Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Snuck up on me here. I didn't get a chance to do all my exercises.
What kind of stuff do you like to do?
I stretch my mouth out.
Oh, I have seen you do that.
Anyone gotten any ideas how I could?
I wish, but no.
Didn't get a chance to do my mouth exercises. So hopefully this isn't a total disaster. A wonderful thing. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Welcome to the show, the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. She's a foggy bastard out there.
My goodness.
It looks cool.
Yeah, that's one of the most foggy I think I've ever... I was going to ask you guys if it was still bad, that I've ever driven in. It was like the Star Wars Dagobah system out there. Just waiting for Yoda to come out and give me some good advice. That was really bad in a couple spots.
That's what it reminded me of, too, as I was traveling in. You can't really see. If you're laid out in bed right now, you got Summers to go this morning, and you haven't looked out the window just yet. There's a fog hanging over town. I imagine it'll burn off quickly once the sun comes out. I think that's how it works. Just thought we'd be neighborly and let you know. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Star Wars type of a scene. Is that the...
Or like a Legend of Sleepy Hollow or something.
Yeah. You can't really see what's going on out there.
Ashley, did you ever play the video game Silent Hill?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's the fog in those games, especially the early ones. It's almost, you can't even play the video game.
Yeah.
It's so foggy.
It's cool, but I'd imagine once more and more people are on the road, it's going to be quite a bit more scary.
Absolutely.
You know what it does to me? It makes me sleepy.
I could see that.
Like, when you're driving in the snow, the big fat snowflakes are flying at you. It kind of plays with you. You get a little dizzy.
Yeah, I hate that.
When I'm surrounded by fog, I get sleepy behind the wheel, and nobody wants that problem on their hands.
Well, yeah, another Star Wars reference, but I remember as a kid, anytime those snowflakes were coming at you fast, I always felt like I was going light speed. I was in the Millennium Falcon going somewhere super, super fast. Maybe I got to watch different movies.
Maybe mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, my experience is these kinds of things don't last too long. Maybe by the time you're driving a motor vehicle later this morning, it'll be all gone. But right now, it's a little iffy. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to roll down my windows a couple times. I may or may not have tint on there. And so there's a couple times like, boy, I need all the help I can get. When I had to make a left turn somewhere at a stop sign just to make sure I wasn't going to T-bone someone or vice versa.
I thought you were afraid of left turns.
No, grew up with a kid that was, though. It's a sad story. He was in a terrible car accident. No, nobody died.
I'm sorry.
Nobody died, but I was in a band with a guy he was in a terrible car accident as a little kid. His mom was making a left. They got in a real bad accident.
How could you laugh so hard, Ashley, when this is this?
I don't think I laughed.
Yeah, it didn't sound like you laughing, but I can't see your face from where I'm at right now.
You didn't hear that big, hearty Ashley laugh?
Oh, I did, yeah.
When you were talking about this dark story, so a guy got in a bad car wreck.
Yeah, he was afraid of left turns because his mom was making a left turn when they got in this accident. So he would plan routes. And I even can't do the math. I've been able to do it before, but I'm getting too old and dumb. I'm dumber every day. But so he would plan routes where it would be the least amount or no right turns. So he was the only kid that had a license at the time. He was a couple years older than us.
Did you guys bust his balls, or did you lay off on busting his balls because of the origin of his problem?
Well, his balls were busted.
Yeah.
That's for sure. A lot of kids gave him crap about that. But, it's what are you going to do? I was lucky. I've never in a situation like that, so who knows how I'd respond. But yeah, He'd go on. I knew people that wouldn't go on the freeway. I know people as adults that still won't go on the freeway.
I wonder if there's anyone in our listening audience who refuses to drive in the fog. Maybe they're going to miss out on work today because they have a
Oh, yeah, maybe there's a bad experience there.
bad experience with fog. Everyone's different, Cubby. Every damn buddy.
Well, anytime there's like an inch of snow on the ground, we get those mass emails. Hey, working from home today, can't make it into the office.
Yeah, I think that's more just doing everything they can not to go to work.
Of course, I know.
I'm sure plenty of them, if there was a concert they wanted to go to.
Well, that's because these folks know I'm the only guy in town that knows how to drive in the snow anymore.
I've heard that before.
The rest of you is, what, everyone forgets how to drive in the... You know what Ashley asked us off air a few minutes ago? She asked us, who are the Dom sisters? Apparently, Ashley said she was wandering around this building, which is now just kind of an abandoned building. There's a few rooms that are still in operation, but more or less this entire building is empty, and there's a lot of old piles of garbage from the glory days laying around. And you saw like a videotape that said the Dom triplets on it.
Yep.
My memory is that the Dom triplets, the Dom sisters, visited the studio, for Christ's sake, 25 years ago now, probably. And I think we videotaped the encounter. So Ashley came in and said, who are the Dom sisters? Did we ever answer your question?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
They were in Playboy.
Right.
Yeah, triplets out of Jordan, Minnesota, I believe.
They are gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going along with the Jordan thing. That sounds familiar.
It's so crazy. Triplets just blow my mind.
Yeah, I mean, that is a hell of a deal.
They were pretty famous for a while.
They ended up naked in Playboy magazine,
Yeah.
I'm going to guess, 25 years ago. They became the talk of the by God town. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you asked because those were fun times. And
They were cool.
they
Really
were
cool.
nice gals, gorgeous. Ended up butt-ass naked in Playboy.
1998.
F me.
I can't believe it was that long ago. Oh, my gosh.
Did they all end up pregnant at the same time?
That I wouldn't know.
There's a picture of them when I look at Google Images of all of them pregnant at the same time. And I'm hoping that's the case and that it's not just some creepy photo somebody made.
One of them married Jay McGraw, the son of Dr. Phil McGraw.
Oh, wow.
And she did have a kid in 2010. I guess we could look up what the other girls had.
Yeah, sure. I hope they're all doing well. You brought back some great memories when you asked that question, Ashley. I have no idea what's become of them. It was a long time ago, but I certainly hope everything's great for the Dom sisters. I actually did a bar gig with the Dom triplets at the old Mall of America goat rodeo bar scene. We did a bar gig together at America's Original Sports Bar. Had a real blast with the three of them. They were very fun and very funny and absolutely helped make that little radio station experience more fun than it usually is.
Oh, I bet.
Got a picture with the three of them. I believe I still have it magneted to my downstairs refrigerator. And I'm telling you, Josh, it's incredible how attractive all of us are in that picture. I mean, even I was slinging heat back in night. I look at that picture now and again, and it's funny because, of course, the girls look great, but F me, do I look good in that picture, too. God dang it, what happened?
Did you know they were in movies and television?
Oh, wow.
Movies such as Joanna Man
Never saw it.
Oh, man, that was bad.
and Pauly Shore is Dead.
Never saw it.
They were on a television show. I've heard of this show, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. Boy Meets World.
Oh, man, I forgot about that.
You
They
used
were-
to watch it?
Oh, Boy Meets World, of course.
Why do you say of course? It was a big show?
Oh, it was huge when
Yeah,
I was
it
growing
was,
up.
yeah.
Topanga. You know the name
Oh,
Topanga?
That's
Yeah.
where that comes
That's
from.
where Topanga comes from.
Never saw it.
Yeah.
They
Well,
were-
you would appreciate this, Nick. Do you know who else had a cameo in Boy Meets World?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Close.
You said Vay.
Yeah.
Vamy Laran.
Vader.
Van Vader.
Yeah, Van Vader, the wrestler.
What show was Vaney Laron in?
I don't know. I can't help you there.
Van Vader was on Boy Meets Girl.
Boy Meets World.
What did he do? Did he do that? What was that move he did?
Oh, yeah, like the Vader splash or something like that.
What did he do?
I can't remember the specifics of the episode, but he was in character as the wrestler, and I remember it being a lot of fun.
He's dead now.
He is indeed.
Oh, wow.
Too bad. That took a turn.
The Dom triplets.
They were also on
Vader. That reminds me of Darth Vader in the Star Wars.
Have you seen those movies?
That's a callback joke. Not a good one, but it is a callback joke. Sorry, Ashley.
No, you're good. They were also on something called The Doctors, where they talked about how they were all pregnant at the same time. So they were. They all got pregnant at almost the exact same time.
What do you think? They planned it?
Yeah, they had their kids in. One of them had it in January, and then February, and then March.
April, May, June, July.
Like that's
August,
insane.
September.
They
So
definitely
they
had
planned
to have
it.
planned that.
They
That's
planned
crazy.
it. We wish them the best. If anyone knows the Dom girls, tell them that 93X says hello, and we haven't seen them in 25, 6, 7 years. Swing on by if you like some.
That'd be great. Yeah,
some-
they were fun. We had them in studio a couple times. My wife just texted in. Everybody be cool. She's listening. She said that she used to work at the sports bar. When I first met her, she worked there, and she was there that night when you had that promotion.
I remember.
cool.
Okay, I remember seeing your wife there before she was your girlfriend. Yes, I remember those days when your wife worked at the mall at America. Sure, maybe. But I think I had a pretty good crack at her if I would have made an effort.
I lucked
bet.
out that you didn't try.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
That is so great.
I'd be a single man right now.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be so unsettling. Single Josh.
What do you mean unsettling?
That's not you.
Oh,
that's not the vibe you get. I wonder you would just be so different.
Like creepy?
I feel. No,
okay.
just
No, you would.
you're I don't know, like I think being married is like a part of the man you are.
You
like,
couldn't wait
it's the
to get
vibe you give
married.
off.
No,
You-
yeah.
you were-
I couldn't.
You were born to be whipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Dun, 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 born to be whipped. Yes, I definitely probably was. Although I was old when I got married. I mean, I was 32, older than I would say a lot of my friends. I was the last holdout.
I still get questions from time to time from older fellers about the Dom triplets, although I hadn't thought of them for a long time. You know who I still get asked about a lot
Who dat?
as far as folks who have visited this radio station over the years? All right,
I didn't mean to do it.
That was a lot of people. I understand.
Did Josh just wave?
I didn't mean to do it.
He's making a sign. He's making a sign.
I need your magic marker again. I got to make a no waving sign because in the middle of trying to work,
I know.
that's what we're doing here, Josh. We're working.
It was an instant reaction.
And he's waving to people out the window. Hi.
He instantly turns away from you. Like
Good
he can't even
morning.
look at you. He's so disappointed.
It's like if somebody took a swing at you, you just react.
They waved first.
What were you waving at?
I'm looking beyond Josh and I'm waving beyond him because that's what you do to me.
I know,
All right,
I'm sorry.
We're going to let it go.
It was an
I
instant reaction.
I got to put up a new sign that says no waving.
I tried not. I tried not to.
You know who I get asked about a lot as far as folks, whether they be wildly famous or just locally famous or whatever? I get asked still to this day about the arm wrestling guy with the hands like dinner.
Oh.
Is it Jeff
What?
Mabe?
Ha!
Jeff Mabe? Is
That
that?
sounds right.
I can't remember the name, but I definitely follow him on Instagram after we talked about him.
He comes out to some of our promotions and stuff. Super nice guy. Shake his hand once. You'll be shocked at the size of those
That's
things.
insane.
If you know Jeff Mabe, that sounds right, but we can check on that. Anyone checking on that yet? What his name is?
Oh, Dabe. Sorry, D.
Jeff Dabe.
Or Davey?
Or
I
Davey.
can't remember.
People know who we're talking about. The arm wrestling guy. He's got hands like dinner plates. He's from Hollywood, Minnesota, or some small town.
I want to put different stuff in his hand.
You want to try and see what
Yeah, I like here's a tomato. Oh, that's funny. All right, here's a pencil. Haha.
the guy could palm.
How big were Hulk Hogan's pythons? 21 inches? Is that what he used to say?
I 24.
24, is that what he said? So I just looked up Jeff. He's got forearms that are 20 inches.
He could pick up your mother by her ass with one hand. He could palm your mother's ass. It's funny. If you know Jeff, tell him we said hello while we're doing this little nostalgic adventure here so far on the program. Tell him we said hello. It's funny how often I get asked about him. More often than people asking about, hey, didn't you meet Ozzy Osbourne? Didn't you hang out with Dee Snider? Didn't you get Marcus Polino? Give me the big athletes we've known over the years. Zach Parisi. I get asked more about people like Jeff. Have you met the guy with the big hands? Yeah. People dig his story. I thought I read recently that he was included in a movie. But
I don't know. That's cool.
But something about him and Schwarzenegger or something.
Really?
Yeah. But maybe that was years ago. Anyway.
I'm sorry I messed up that last name. I knew I was close.
Don't worry about it. You're busy waving at people who walk into the building.
It wasn't on purpose. He was in The Smashing Machine.
That's it. The
I haven't
Rock.
seen
It was
that
The
yet.
Rock.
Yeah.
I read a story about how he did something with The Rock in that movie, The Smashing Machine, and they
Cool.
hung out a little bit. If you know Jeff, we said hello. Who do you get asked about, Josh?
Well, forever it was the X-Girls. More than anything.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's...
Oh, yeah.
And remember, like, people used to think for whatever, like, we traveled with them. They were always around, whatever we were doing. They'd be like, hey, we're the X-Girls, you know?
People ask me about that all the time.
Is that right?
All the time.
You know,
They're
people-
like, are you going to bring it back? And I'm like, do you know what year it is? No.
People, there's probably folks listening that have no idea what we're talking about. We used to have in our promotion, well, first and foremost, we used to have a promotions department, and it was very large. There's a lot of people working there. And we had these girls that would make calendars. They were called the X-Girls, very attractive women, and they would come out to a lot of our promotions. We had a lot of fun with them. Some of the funniest people I've ever met in this building were some of the X-Girls.
I knew a couple girls that did it for you guys, but oh, shoot, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, it stopped, like, right before I started working here.
Oh,
So
has it
I
been
missed
that long?
whole thing. Yeah, and I remember, because I used to listen to you guys before I worked here.
Thank you.
It's adorable.
I remember I used to go and I loved, like, the ex-girl of the week, like the hot girl of the week. I loved going and checking it out.
Hot chick of the day.
Yeah, hot chick of the day, yeah. I'm like, ooh, who is it today?
I hope he doesn't mind. I don't think he'd mind me saying so, but that was a passion project of Pablo. If you like that segment, that was all Pablo. He found the girls, interviewed the girls, posted all that stuff.
Back to the X-Girls, especially towards the end of their run, we had some hilarious, cool friggin' chicks in here.
Definitely.
Playing the role of the X-Girl. Of course, they were gorgeous, very pretty girls.
Yeah, that always helps.
But they also, like Josh was saying, they were friggin' rock stars. They were so funny and so fun. I looked forward to bar gigs because I knew I'd be hanging out with them.
Yeah.
And I'm such a schmuck now. I'm forgetting a lot of their names. Taylor, of course, is one that comes to mind.
She was one of the funniest.
A riot. In the early days of the X-Girls, I think our promotions department just had like an open audition. That's not the word. Like open interviews, right? Mm-hmm. And they invited all women from 18 to 50 to come in and apply. And I think the only question that our promotion staff asked them in the early days was, do you have a substance abuse problem? And if they said yes, they were hired.
Boy, you're not kidding.
It was a train wreck in the early days. I don't know why.
It sure was.
These gals were lawless, and we all got in trouble towards the end of their run. Whoever was involved in the hiring was a little more careful in the personalities.
Yeah, I think someone finally realized, they're going out representing the station. They probably shouldn't be high on heroin and completely unapproachable.
Right,
They should be fun people to be around.
We want them to exhibit a little sex appeal, but getting naked and dancing on the bar while smoking a crack pipe probably
at Applebee's.
Right, yeah. What are you going to do?
That was fun. Man, some of those times were great.
I'm mad that I missed it.
Do you mind talking about the on-air? Unfortunately, okay, you even made a look.
No, I don't. I have no idea.
We had one of those on-air. We kind of interviewed people and people, to get to know them, so people could vote on the next ex-girl.
I have very vague memories of such a thing.
There was one gal.
Oh no.
Okay, never mind.
Well, no.
It was an unfortunate story, but it was kind of a comedy of errors. In a way.
You're going to have to tell the story. What I do remember is, yes, during this ultimate ex-girl search, this wasn't where we hired ex-girls. This is when we were putting together that calendar where 12 women would be in our ex-girl calendar. And I don't know why, but, I guess I do know why. We hope to have some fun and some laughs on air with the women who were vying for this spot in our calendar. We hope to have some fun and some laughs with them on air. So we interviewed all of them, I believe, on air. What I do remember is I asked a gal a question that was embarrassing, but I don't remember what I said to her.
It was something about her, like you said she had a unique look in a way. You kind of made a joke, like almost sickly, like being funny.
She had a very pale, dark, almost goth look.
Kind of like she could play in Marilyn Manson's band.
Like an emo vibe,
Like Wednesday from the Munsters or whatever,
Wednesday
right?
Addams kind of thing.
I really liked it. I thought she had created that. I thought that was the look she was going for. So I made some comment about her pale appearance.
Yeah, you weren't being mean.
No,
it was funny.
No.
It was kind of like a combination, like kind of a funny thing, like saying it's unique, but you like it.
Yeah.
I think I know where this is
Exactly.
going.
I was being complimentary and also, trying to create some humor. And she said something. I don't remember what it was.
Some condition she had.
That's what I was going to say. Does she have low iron or something?
And it was like it kept going. It was like a comedy of errors in the way that it was like a Ben Stiller movie where more and more and more stuff kept coming out. And it's like, oh, God, oh, no. It was this terrible story.
She looked at me and said, well, yeah, thanks, but the reality is I'm low on platelets or something, and I'm
dying.
Right, I have to go to the hospital
Nearly
every
died
day.
a couple times.
And I said, well, that's just great.
And it kept on going.
You're like, well, it's working.
It's
you
like
look great.
Yeah. Well, she
did look great.
Obviously, she definitely did. It's kind of like if you ask somebody who's been in motocross for a long time how many bones they've broken, that's going to last a while.
Yeah.
It'll be every bone in their body.
She gave us the full rundown as to what exactly was wrong with her while I slumped lower and lower in my chair, wishing I was somewhere else.
That's great.
Wolfpack Softball Jesus says, was Whitney the most popular ex-girl of all time? Whitney was great. She had so many unique interests that just you wouldn't expect.
No, she was a fun, funny character, great personality, fun person to sit around and talk with. I remember Whitney, I remember Taylor, and I'm picturing 5 or 6 of these others.
Megan, I remember Megan being great. I think Megan's a realtor now. There's a few people are like, think about it. Some of the very early ex-girls are probably grandmothers at this point. Yeah, we think about that with Rick's Cabaret, too, with how long we've been doing Toys for Tatas.
Dude, somebody texted in and said their realtor is a ex-girl. So maybe that's the same,
same
girl.
Did they say if it's Megan?
I don't think they said a name. It went by fast.
Especially like what we were saying, the gals from the last 5, 6, 7 years that the ex-girls were a thing were just terrific. But yeah, I said something stupid to that one. My buddy Curtis is the mayor of putting his foot in his mouth. One night we stopped at a gas station. I think we were down in New Ulm or something, playing in a hockey tournament. And there was a gal behind the counter, and she had, her face was altered in a way.
You mean like piercings and stuff?
No.
Surgery?
There was something wrong with her face. I was trying to come up with a nice way to say that.
Like a genetic thing or an accident thing, or you don't know?
I don't know. Well, no, I do know. But I didn't even notice. But see, Curtis notices these things, and like a 5-year-old, he has to ask, and he never comes up with a nice way to ask. It's just how he's wired. He just puts his foot in his mouth. That's what he does. His dad was the same way. So we walk up to the counter, and this gal has a different-looking face. And Curtis says, Jesus, what happened to your face? Were you in a fire or something?
Oh, man.
Yo.
That's not even putting your foot in your mouth. It's just kind of being a dick.
Yo, that's crazy.
And the gal says, no, cancer.
Oh, God.
This is not going well.
And we all just kind of stood there in silence and
What do you... Oh.
collected our change and whatever we were buying that evening. When we got outside the store and we said, you know what, Curtis, will you just shut up?
I wouldn't take him places. That would piss me off so much.
He doesn't seem like a dick.
He's not a dick.
Just kind of clueless sometimes.
He means no harm. He just doesn't know any other way to say certain things.
I definitely know folks like that.
Yeah.
Shush.
What the hell happened to you? He's a what the hell happened to you kind of a guy, as opposed to, I noticed your appearance and I was curious if
Dude,
he doesn't know how. He doesn't have that.
My dad's the same way, actually, now that I think about it.
What's wrong with you?
Or at least he definitely is to
Where's
us
your other
kids.
leg? Something like that. What happened to your other leg?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some folks are just drawn up like that. What, were you in a fire or something?
That's a terrible thing to say.
I mean, no, it was cancer. Oh, at least it wasn't a fire.
Right.
Yeah. I hear a cancer, but was there a fire at the cancer ward? What's going on?
I love you, Curtis, but you know I'm telling the truth.
Curtis.
I'm glad I know him because I know, from what I understand of him, there's no way he was trying to be a jerk. I've definitely met people like that where you just don't get it at
Just
times.
oblivious.
One night we were at a concert, Dio concert to be specific, Josh. Ronnie James Dio, the immortal one. He will return, and we need him more than ever right now. My belief is that Ronnie James Dio is not dead. He's just moved on to a different plane, and he will return one day to save the world. So Curtis and I are at a Dio concert, and he wants to buy a little Dio baby doll T-shirt for his girlfriend, right, at the merch booth.
Yeah.
Now, what he didn't notice is the gal behind the counter selling the merchandise was very slight. What's a nice way to say this, Ashley? She was
Not
you want
well
me
endowed.
to just say it?
not well endowed up top. Not well. You would
I
say
can just say it. Yeah, she's flat-chested.
flat-chested. And so the gal behind the counter is very flat-chested and probably burned out on selling Dio shirts to drunks. And she's like, what can I get you? And Curtis goes, well, what's the smallest Dio baby doll T-shirt you have? And the gal says, well, I got an extra small up here. And Curtis goes, yeah, that'll probably work. My girlfriend has no boobs at all.
Jeez.
And the gal kind of looks at him, looks at herself, looks back at him like, F you, pal. Not all of us are blessed with cannons, okay?
Oh, no.
But he throws that. What time is it?
6:08. I get terrified buying clothes for women like my wife or daughter. I just won't do it.
Yeah,
'Cause
as you should be. It's terrifying.
I think I can't win either way. Plus,
Nope.
I don't know why, but women's clothes are so confusing. Guys' clothes is easy. Seems like with sizes are different and different manufacturers and the numbers.
It's rough out there. You can't win. If I wear a medium and you get me a large, oh, is that how big you think I am? If you get me a small, oh, do you wish I was that small?
Right. That's
Yeah.
my fear, too. So gift cards. When it comes to clothing, gift cards.
Well, the
It's
few
smart.
times I've gotten my wife some type of clothes, like a hoodie or a Vikings jersey or something, I just go in her closet when she's not around and look to see what the sizes of the things she already has are.
Yeah, if it's like a hoodie or something, you're probably
That's pretty
safe.
smart.
Right, yeah. I'm not buying, like designer jeans or something. It's always like a
Never
hoodie or
buy
something.
pants for a
No.
woman. I can't
would
even
never.
buy pants for myself. It's so hard.
Yeah, I think that's why my wife wears nothing but yoga pants or leggings or whatever they are.
Yup,
You ever
that's the
find-
way to go.
You ever find anybody hiding in that closet, Dana?
A couple times. Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
How long have you been in here?
I knew I heard.
knew it.
I knew I heard a boner.
Well, hey, as long as you're here, you want to have a beer or something?
Do I heard of-
It's just a rotating crew of her ex-boyfriends in there.
What sound does that make?
There's a secret door back here that leads down to Lake Street.
And there's a line of like 10 guys.
Your wife is promiscuous, is what we're saying.
Yeah. I picked up who you're throwing
And she
down.
misses her ex-boyfriends. That's the subtext there as well. And there's a lot of them.
And I'm not good enough for her.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
We got to get going.
One of your 3 father-in-laws might have said that at the wedding.
I think that one of them definitely alluded to it for sure.
We got to get going again. What are we going to do today? The stupid news. That'll be coming up next. Thanks for listening. We'll return in a few minutes on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a smart club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
It'll be a great day, Cubby.
You feeling it?
Yeah, I don't care if your attitude's in the garbage can.
Glad to hear it, yeah. F today.
I'm going to try to ignore everything you've been saying off air. I think today's going to be a good day.
It's one thing I know about Josh is always crabby and always in a piss poor mood.
That's right.
Dragging everybody else down.
Don't you talk to me, pal.
Yeah. Not at least till I had my coffee.
Oh, yeah, we've worked with folks like that before. Although I got to say, that cute little mug where it says, it has the line on there, and it says when you can talk to them once it's below the line. You know, I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, you're the type that would find that funny.
Yep.
When people say, don't talk to me till I have my coffee, I think, well, you're somebody I wouldn't want to talk to at any time of the day.
That's a good point.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good indicator that, maybe it doesn't matter when we talk. I'm not going to enjoy it.
4 p.m.? No, I don't want to talk to you then either.
Here's another reason why we should just, I don't know, we should consider maybe just stopping trying to help other people. It ain't worth it anymore. Because everybody's effing nuts. Most folks are nuts. So I think from now on, let's just stop helping people altogether. It used to be worth it. Not anymore. In a place called Milton, Washington, some stupid bastard went sailing off the road in his motor vehicle. I mean, he rolled that pig over a dozen times or so. He was ejected smooth out of the sumbitch. There he goes. He's ragdolling through the air, right? He lands in the woods somewheres. He's out cold. 3 o'clock in the morning in Milton, Washington. When a bystander stopped to check on the guy, he watches this car accident happen from his own motor vehicle. He pulls over to help the guy, see if he's still breathing, to see if he's still got all his limbs. The dude wakes up from the car crash and pulls a gun on the bystander who stopped to help him.
Come on.
You see what I mean?
No, I'm at the point where I second guess it. You know, I used to for sure stop. And now with cell phones and stuff, I see if somebody's on the phone or whatever, I don't feel compelled to. But I've had some pretty bad experiences helping folks out.
Stop helping people.
You have.
I was at, a party to a drug deal where I thought I was going to be murdered. I had a bicyclist I tried to help, bring him to the hospital after he got hit by a car that was a complete jerk to me. And I had a couple other instances, too, where it just didn't go so well.
I like the drug deal story better than any other. And maybe we can get to that in just a minute. But that's what you get for helping people. Dude pulls over, and he gets a gun pulled on him by the driver man who crashed his car so terribly. Then the driver guy, again, who only 1 minute earlier was flying through the air like he was fired out of a cannon, he runs into the woods, runs away into the woods. Now, it's possible that the driver guy hit his head so hard in that car crash that he had no stinking idea what he was doing. But I don't know.
That's how I look, like the bicycle crash. That's how I look. Like the guy probably, his brains were a little scrambled after that, and maybe that's why he was one of the meanest people I've ever met.
Local cops found this effing guy back there in the woods, and they hauled him off to the hospital. There was also some conversation in the story here about the dude getting booked for a crime. Maybe a DWI. Maybe it had something to do with that gun he was waving around. But F me running. You stop to help somebody, and you get a gun in your friggin' face.
What do they say? No good deed goes unpunished?
Yep.
Tell us about the drug deal again. I like the drug deal
Yeah.
story.
Well, I worked for the Star Tribune delivering newspapers, and I absolutely loved that job. And I used to listen to you and Doucette, and I really enjoyed it. You know, you guys would come on the air a couple hours after I started.
We were good.
Yeah, very talented.
We were good.
And so it was fun. I loved listening to you guys. I looked forward to it, and I didn't have a car, so I was driving my mom's minivan. That's how I delivered the papers.
You got up earlier than balls every morning to deliver the papers.
Yeah.
Was that all you did? No, you're probably cooking also at night, weren't you?
No, I had like 3 jobs at that point.
Yeah.
But and then I also donated blood and plasma way too often, to the point where it almost killed me.
Just sickly.
Well, they call it donated, but they give you money, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
going to a good cause. But there's a woman comes running up to my mom's minivan. It was like maybe 2 a.m.
Oh.
Looked stressed, and I thought, oh my gosh, something terrible has happened to this lady. And it was right next to my apartment, and at the time, I lived next to the most seedy motel in Minneapolis. A lot of bad stuff happened there, so I thought she was in trouble. She's like, can you help me? Can you take me to a friend's house? I need to get out of a situation I'm in right now. I was like, yeah, of course. So I was like, God dang, I'm going to be late, get my work done, but this lady obviously needs help.
Now, time out. You never had any second thoughts about helping this woman out of nowhere, total stranger. All she tells you is, I need to get to my friend's house. I'm in trouble. You never had any second...
Oh, no, I did. I wondered, what, I was cautious, right? But it seemed so legit. I realized I just said I went from Minneapolis to Minneapolis, but I went South Minneapolis to North Minneapolis. So I take her there. She's like, oh, thank you so much. And all of a sudden, these dudes jump in the back of the minivan, like out of nowhere. And it was like 4 of them, and I thought, oh, my God, I'm going to die delivering papers in my mom's minivan. And they were doing a drug deal. One guy had a gun. It was like a terrifying experience. Then she's like, hey, can you take me back where we were? So I read her the riot act on the way back. I was so mad. I'd just been terrified. And I was telling her, I'm like, you've stopped me from ever helping anyone ever again. I'm learned my lesson here. I'm never going to do it.
Was she
I thought I was gonna
apologetic?
die. Well, she was bawling.
Good. You made her crack, yeah.
Well, now, here's something that might have gone overlooked. Most of us would have said, hey, bitch, get out of my car. You still gave her a ride back to her original spot.
He had to lecture her.
Oh, yeah, I never considered that.
You still gave this woman a ride despite what she had just done, which was use you for an organized drug deal.
Yeah, you're basically a drug mule, Josh.
I would have said,
Why did
get
I
out
never
of...
consider that?
Most of us would have said, get out of my car before I kick you in the mouth.
Well, I knew she was in a bad way, but yeah, I never even thought
She was never in a bad way. She was acting.
She needed a fix. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? If I ever get a time machine, I'm going to go back and say, don't give this lady a ride home. I never thought about that. So, yeah, it kind of, I still, help folks out afterwards, but that tarnished it for a while.
Naive sumbitch, you.
Yeah, I thought I was dead. And then I thought, too, like, am I going to get in trouble for something like this?
Only one time that I can remember, I pulled over to help somebody. And it turned out to be kind of funny. Me and Big Al were driving. I believe we were just north of St. Peter, coming back to the cities. And it was the iciest effing situation. It was like a couple days ago when it was icier than hell for about 2 hours. And we had to let that buck all the way from St. Peter back to the cities. So it was very treacherous on the roads. I was maybe going 45 miles per hour. and some dude blew by me and Big Al in a Toyota Corolla, 65, something like that.
A car known for its ability to drive on ice.
Next thing you know, this dude is spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and whoosh, down the ditch he goes. He disappeared. And I said, we probably ought to pull over and see if this sumbitch is alive. So we did. We ran down the ditch, and there that sumbitch already was, out of his car, smoking a cigarette, shaking like a crackhead.
Oh, I bet.
Just trembling. And he's got that cigarette. He's trying to put it to his mouth, but he's shaking so bad. And Big Al says, "You going to be all right?" The guy takes a drag off his cigarette and goes, takes a drag off his heater, and he says, "Yeah, I'm going to be all right, but I think that Corolla's effed." And we said, "All right, see you later, bruh."
See you out there.
Helping people. I don't know if it's worth it anymore, Josh. Maybe it never was when you hear the stories that you tell.
It makes you wonder, right? I mean, you want to be a good person, but at the same
Still
time,
gave her a friggin' ride back.
I never thought of that until you brought it up right this second. Why didn't I think I could have just said no? Never considered it.
And why did you honor her request to stop at White Castle, too, on the way back?
Well, sliders are sliders.
Yeah. It's the same reason my son always is like, "Can we go here or whatever to get some food?" I always say no. And I told him, I don't even know why you ask me. But he won the other day because I'm like, well, you know what? I need gas anyway. So fine, we'll go. It was probably the same situation. I can't turn down White Castle.
Yeah.
All right, you're not going to believe this. Cops in the Gator State, cops down there say they found a dude who was stuck up to his nipples in mud, and the prick had been jammed into that mud pile for a smooth week.
Oof. I bet he smelled like Johnny Depp when they pulled him out.
Oh, yeah.
At least the rumors about Johnny Depp.
You know, just yesterday I was talking about a television show that I enjoy by the name of I Survived. This would be perfect for that program. Let's go ahead and find out how this effing guy survived, because he did. The authorities down there say that old muddy nipples there, this poor guy, he went missing on Valentine's Day. They found him a week later, and all the while, he was sunk down in a mud pie. Probably wondering how the hell he got himself into such a situation. He's a 36-year-old feller. He calls himself Andrew, 36 years old. The rescue started by the cops spotting his abandoned automobile, sitting alongside an industrial plant that makes sand. That's interesting in itself. We'll have to find a way to we'll have to ignore that for now. But they found his car sitting alongside an industrial plant that makes sand. Can you imagine getting yourself out of bed every morning? Well, I got to make the sand.
Gotta get that.
That'd be kind of fun.
Someone's got to do it.
Your
right?
buddies probably call you the Sandman or something like that.
All right, now that would be pretty cool.
I don't know. Maybe it's fun. That sounds very boring every morning to put in a 10-hour shift making sand, but I know nothing about it. So the cops see the car. They walk into the sand plant, and they ask the employees, do you know whose car this is? They said, oh, thank God, a live human being. And they also went on to say, no, we don't know whose car that is. And the cop said, well, would you help me walk around the sand plant and see what we can find? And they found dude stuck in a mud pile. They say that Andrew, despite being locked into this mud pile for a week, they say he was alert and he could talk, but oh, by damn, was he cold and hungry and thirsty.
I would think so. Oh, Sandrew. That's what they got to call
There
the
you
guy now.
Oh,
It's right there. Sandrew.
he was cold as balls. He was hungry and he was thirsty. Smooth week without food or water. He told the cops and the sand plant people that found him, he told them he had survived by blowing snot out of his nose down into his mouth.
Oh.
He ate his own mucus to survive.
I suppose you got to do something.
That works.
I'm kidding. So Andrew had somehow been sucked into a mud pit. I'm not sure if he ever explained how that happened, but I don't think there's an explanation in here anywhere as to how that happened.
What? How'd you get in the mud?
The local fire department stopped by to pull him out of there. They used ladders, pallets, ropes, poles. It took them 3 hours to get Andrew all the way out of that mud pile. Jesus, I hope at least somebody ran to Subway or something while they were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't imagine how terrifying that would be.
he's expected to make a full recovery, Cubby. Yeah, I would
Are any
be.
of you guys claustrophobic or anything?
A little bit. I get
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
definitely.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's weird because, like, I like little cozy spots. I used to. This is kind of weird. So try to ignore the weirdness of it all.
Did
but
you used to work at a plant that made sand?
no.
Oh, okay.
I used to, like, move stuff around in my closet growing up so that, like, I could sit in, like, the corner and be all, like, comfy cozy.
Oh, yeah, a little closet fort. That's cool.
But what's weird is, like, if somebody, like, hugs me for too long, or if you're, like, I don't know, kind of like roughhousing and somebody's laying up, like, putting their weight on top of you, I start to get, like, I freak out. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I need you to get away from me.
So you've got
touch me.
a very specific form of claustrophobia,
Yeah.
maybe. One time I was sitting in the back of a closet, and like you, Ashley, I was just trying to find
Closet
a
time, it's
cozy
fun.
little nook. I had a blanket over me, and I heard this dude go, "Hey." And I said, "Oh, hey, dude." And I said, "Are you looking for Dana's wife?" And he goes, "Yeah, what are you here for?" I said, "No, this is my house. You got the wrong house."
You got the wrong closet, man.
And Dana lives over that way. And he was like, "Oh, no way." And I said, "Yeah." And I gave him a ride over to your place.
It's nice of you.
And we stopped. 4 dudes jumped into the car. There was a drug deal.
I've been there. So what happens when they reach your closet? Do they just kind of take a number like you're at a deli, or?
Yeah, it's exactly like that. You know, you wait your turn. They're usually polite about it. You know, not too much fighting or anything like that.
That's cool.
Sometimes if they're in a rush, you know, a couple will go at, a couple guys go at once at the same time.
Oh, my God.
You know what you should do is open up a food truck.
There
Make
you
a little
go.
cash.
The dude that got sucked into the mud pit, the cops and firemen who rescued him said he was pert near dead. He wouldn't have made it one more night, they say, no matter how much mucus he was swallowing. And again, no one's sure what the hell happened with Sandrew or how he ended up nipples deep in the cold, wet mud. But well, those were some lonely nights, I bet. A smooth week.
I would just assume, like, you're thinking that you're going to die there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're
I can't
absolutely...
imagine the kind of stuff going through your head for that long.
You know, a coyote or something must have walked up and pissed on his head or something
Yeah.
along the way. You know what I
That'd be
mean?
kind of fun
Laughed
if you were
at him.
anybody.
You know, a critter must have walked by and said, "Wow, what the hell did you do to yourself here?" You know?
Dude, if the mud didn't kill me, the boredom would kill me. I'd be so
yeah.
bored.
Yeah. Maybe he could touch himself a little bit. I don't know.
There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have to consider it. Just like what was the movie? 27 hours, 28 days?
One of the dumbest movies I've ever watched.
Oh, I didn't know you felt that it was dumb.
Terrible.
Pretty bad.
127
Yeah.
hours.
127 hours?
One of the dumbest damn operations I've ever watched in my life, which is unfortunate because it is an interesting, heroic story. It's a true story. We talked to the dude, the actual dude who fell down that hole all those years ago, and he was a nice enough guy.
Yeah.
I remember we asked him.
Cool.
We asked him, there's a jack-off scene in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, yeah, I don't know why the hell they put that in there.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up because,
Yeah.
they in the movie, so I didn't see the movie, but it was kind of infamous that the dude's arm's trapped. He thinks he's going to die. He's like, well, I might as well jerk off one more time. And we talked to the guy, and the guy's like, yeah, that didn't happen. Why would
What?
they do that?
They had to
Oh,
do
I
something
didn't-
to make it a little bit more interesting.
I
Yes.
didn't realize. I didn't know that was in the movie.
He didn't like
What?
that. The real guy didn't like that. He
That's
said, yeah.
that's crazy that they put that in there.
Yeah, were they mad at it? Why would you do that
what?
to someone?
Weird.
The real guy, he came to St. Cloud State because that was when the movie came out. So he's kind of doing like a college tour, going and talking to, giving his story to people. And I think that worked out pretty well for him going on that tour of colleges with the ladies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I would think so.
You think he might have been able to negotiate a BJ out of that deal?
Yep.
Let's see if we can figure this one out as a family. It says here now, a lady. A lady in South Korea allegedly used Chat GT to help
GPT.
Gesundheit.
Oh, thank you.
Chat GPT, sorry. A lady in South Korea. She used Chat GPT to help her plan on killing a couple of fools. A couple of guys that she knew. She did kill them dead, both of them. And she used Chat GT to help her plan it out.
It sure does seem people are using ChatGPT for weird stuff, doesn't it? Like diagnosing themselves.
Yeah, ChatGPT though, they will not answer some stuff. Like, like if I've ever asked a medical question, it'll say like I can't give you medical advice.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
because I've read stories that say sometimes it gives you bad advice. So maybe they've changed that then, huh?
yeah. So it'll like say like this could possibly be what I'm looking at, or this could possibly be what you're dealing with, but it always says like I can't give you. I'm not able to give you the best advice or whatever it is.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah. Or if like I asked I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something dark happened in the world, and I asked about it, and they were like, "Oh, are you okay? Is everything okay? Like, I don't think you want to know the answers to this question or whatever. Like, this is dark stuff. Like, it's 100%, like, might not be 100% the truth." Yeah, they basically cover all their bases, so you can't go back and be like, well, they told me.
You've been jaw-jacking a lot with the Chat GT?
I use it a lot for baby stuff.
Oh, really? Like what kind of stuff? Just advice on why is he doing this, or?
Yeah, because it's just a lot faster than going through Google and like trying to find exactly what I'm talking about.
A good friend of mine's a lawyer, and she gets hit up with law questions quite often. And she's now said to people, just type it into ChatGPT your question, send me what they say, and 9 times out of 10 she goes, yes, that's exactly what I would have told you to do.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, that's good to hear.
Cool.
Right. This gal from South Korea, she's 21 years old, and she goes by the name of Kim. She used ChatGPT to try to kill a couple of guys, and it worked. She killed 2 friggin' guys. She used the same method for killing both dudes. She made him a deadly drinky drink. Now, the cops in her neighborhood originally thought that these 2 effing guys might have died accidentally until they got a look-see at this Kim lady. They got a look at her cellular telephone. The cops saw that she had repeatedly asked ChatGPT, quote, what happens if you take sleeping pills with alcohol? I don't know if they answered the question for her, but pardon me?
It said not good things.
Well, so that's not. I thought people did that.
It's usually not advised.
What happens if you take sleeping pills with alcohol? She also asked the machine, how many sleeping pills do you need to take for it to be dangerous? She asked, could it kill someone? And she asked, what's a push pop? So the police said that this was surefire evidence that Kim was fully aware that serving the 2 unlucky bastards drinks with alcohol and some drugs mixed in there could up and kill them. She killed them both in 2 different motels on 2 separate occasions. And the cops also think there was a time when she tried to murder her boyfriend in roughly the same fashion with a poisonous cocktail, but that lucky prick made it out alive. So this gal's like the South Korean Black Widow over here. Oh, I bet she's hot. Oh, I bet she's crazy hot.
Yeah.
For real? You
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I couldn't
yeah.
tell if you're being sarcastic.
No. Anyone get a look at her?
No.
No, I didn't find a picture.
I'll drink whatever she serves me.
Go night-night afterwards, but it'll be worth it.
Will I go sleepy night-nights?
Yeah, give me a little sleepy.
Deep sleep?
Yeah.
I could use a good night's sleep. Hey, wait a minute. I'm not coming out of this, am I?
I wonder if this is a young person's game using technology to try and find out how to kill, or I should say specifically artificial intelligence, because I would never think of that. I would go to Google. She's 21. I would maybe I wouldn't, because I've watched enough Dateline to know that they check that kind of thing.
I'm telling you just do it at the library.
Oh, use their internet?
Yeah. You don't use your own computer to do that.
Yeah, but you have to, I don't know when the last time you went to the library was, Dana, but you have to enter your member ID to get onto the internet.
And that's why I stole your library card, Ashley.
No.
I think I can squeeze in one more. Uh-oh.
Wait.
If you're about ready to dump a fistful of boner pills into your yap, before you do, take a look at the label. It says here, a company out of Texas has upped and recalled their hard-on medicine because it's a no good. The company is called, I hope at least one person in our listening audience, one dude, was about ready to shovel those boner pills into his yap, and I've stopped him from doing that, but I know it's a long shot. The company that recalled their medicine, they're called Lockout Supplements, and they make a rock-hard rod pill called, oh, wait a minute, maybe it's not a pill. It's called Boner Bears Chocolate Syrup. Well, it's
They get straight to the point.
It's a syrup, not a pill? And what the hell do they mean by calling it Boner Bears? Do you know, Josh? Is it a syrup? Is it a pill? Is it a...
I thought it was a syrup.
Oh,
I mean, they called it a product, and with the name, I'd imagine that's what it is. Dana, you're kind of a bear.
Am I?
You would qualify as a bear.
I suppose, yeah.
My daughter works with a gay guy who he'll tell you what kind of gay you'd be. It's pretty
really?
hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah, he'll look at a picture of you and tell you what kind of gay you'd be.
Yeah, I suppose I'm big and hairy. That makes sense.
I think you'd be a bear.
Yep.
I've never heard of hard-on syrup, so you pour it on top of your pancakes, I guess. I'm not so sure. The
Chocolate-covered strawberries. Romantic.
the Bears part of it? Are bears notorious for their rigid erections? I don't follow such things because a
Maybe
product
like your boner is as strong as a bear.
I could see that.
straighter than a grizzly's D. I've heard that before. Anyway, yeah, the Boner Bears. Don't take Boner Bears syrup if and you have some. It says here something went sideways in the mix and it might mangle your blood pressure. The Boner Bears, huh?
Yeah, that stuff scares me. I mean, we've mentioned this before, but we had a gentleman, a young guy on the show once who the first time he had sex, he told us that the woman he was with said, hey, you got to take a couple of Viagra. He did, or, maybe I shouldn't have said the brand.
Boner pill.
Yeah, that's the only one I can come up with.
Right.
Whatever boner pills he took.
Mm-hmm.
And it ruined his penis for, what was it, like 10 years or something like that? It was a long time. Finally, it started working again. But
I think it was longer than 10 years.
Was it more?
I think
man.
his D stopped working when he was 17, and he wasn't able to get that pig airborne again until he was 35 or 36 years old.
I hate that story. That's not right.
Yeah, and it was the night he lost his virginity, Ash.
Yes. The first night he had sex, he killed that poor sumbitch for 20 years or more.
That poor
because
man.
of something that he took. That's why, I mean, I don't know about you, Cubby, but when my special purpose begins to die, I'm going to let it die.
I think I will, too.
I'm not going to be jacking myself full of pills and all that and try to pray that. I mean, I know
you hear
and I
the
know,
heart stuff,
and I know I've heard good stories too. I just got together with some high school buddies. I don't know, a year ago, and one of them said, "Have you guys had to start taking the boner pills yet?" And we said, "Well, no." And he said, "I am, and it's lights out. My wife loves it. I recommend it." I think I'm just going to let that poor thing walk into the light.
That's so funny. You're at that age where you're like, so boner pills, boys.
Yeah.
Have you and your wife talked about that at all?
No. Because, Josh, same thing. It scares me.
Yeah,
I've never enjoyed.
Well, you've got a heart condition,
right,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
I've got a lifelong heart condition. I've never enjoyed taking pills in the first place. I don't trust pills. I just took a couple of pills this morning for my friggin' cough that won't go away, and I don't like pills. I don't like that operation. So
We were just talking off air yesterday. I had a Zoom appointment with my neurologist, and I had asked, hey, can I start getting off of pills, and then they were talking about doubling them. So I'm afraid that's what happened last time, too. I should just never ask. So I'm with you. I don't like taking pills either.
I'm just going to let it go. We'll have a brief ceremony with a lunch afterwards. We'll have a little service. You can speak about it. But you guys wouldn't know about it. Anyone who's ever met it is welcome to get up on stage and eulogize it if they like.
Yeah.
Other than that, sometimes, I got it. Sometimes dead is better. What movie? 651-989-9393. I know someone will get it. We got to do the sports.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Kind of want to, whatever happened in the past was the past, good or bad. Just want to come in and really watch the game. I've been watching the last few games that these guys had and just, figure out a way I can help and find my niche and find a way to contribute. Like I said, whether that's not playing, whether I'm on the court, whatever it is, just whatever happened in the past, we're going to leave that there and, try to figure out a new way to get to where we want to be.
There goes slow-mo right there.
I like that guy.
Everybody loves Kyle Anderson. He played a little bit last night for the Timberwolves, and they got to win. Pet Cemetery.
I haven't seen that movie.
Is the answer to my
Should I?
Movie trivia question.
I haven't seen either one, the original or the remake.
Yes, watch it for 2 words. Fred Gwynn.
Okay, so you're talking the original. Have you seen the remake?
I've seen the remake, and it was bad.
No, I don't.
Really bad.
I don't bother with remakes 9 times out of 10.
I like the Ramones
1900. I hate the Ramones. 1989-90. They came out with Pet Cemetery starring Fred Gwynn. That's the reason to watch it.
But we can agree the Ramones song's pretty good. Oh, it seems like we don't agree on that. I don't want to be buried. You don't like that song at all?
I never liked punk rock. You know that.
Anybody read the book, or is it a short story? I'm not sure. Pet Cemetery?
It was Stephen King, right?
Correct.
No, I only saw Pet Cemetery 2, and it was because it had Edward Furlong, who was John Connor in Terminator 2.
Sure he was.
And I really liked that guy.
Pet Cemetery 2 or the reboot?
Pet Cemetery 2 from the 90s.
I didn't even know they had one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Josh and I were talking earlier about when our penises begin to die. Naturally, they all do. We both will probably steer away from boner pills just because pills in general make us nervous. And hell, they
seem to work for a lot of people.
They do.
Yeah, I get nervous.
I've heard great stories. I've heard bad stories. I just think when it's time, it's time. And I'm okay retiring this sumbitch, eventually. So we were both talking about how we probably won't mess with the pills. And I dumped the movie quote out there. Sometimes dead is better. Fred Gwynn, Pet Cemetery. Thank you. So many people texted in. You can't get one past the brother or the sister by God hood.
No way. They know everything.
Timberwolves won last night. The Pigs won.
Almost.
They do know so much. It can be concerning.
Yeah.
The Pigs won. Golden Gopher basketball plays tonight, the dudes. And I believe today is day 1 of that high school hockey tournament. The boys' state high school hockey tournament.
That's a pretty big deal.
Am I right about that? Because I didn't see anything about television coverage.
I think Class A starts today.
Why don't they put it on television?
I think they do in the website.
Oh. Mm-hmm. At least
it's a streaming deal.
My newspaper doesn't indicate any television coverage. But
I'll do some research.
I could be wrong. Class A starts today. We'll tell you all about that later. We got to move on with our lives. Josh has some more news for you coming up.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a smart club member because I trust my home comfort to Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work, and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today, 763-571-2410, or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
I Idly-ho, neighborinos.
93X.
Half-assed morning show.
Because this is a really quiet street. Well, we get a lot of traffic up and down, but boy, that's the first time I've seen anything like this in this neighborhood.
A man.
I hope this isn't a terribly dark story because I just got a kick out of that guy's delivery.
Yeah, I didn't mind his delivery.
Okay,
either.
good.
Unfortunately, several people are dead.
Oh, my God.
A man accused of posing as a U.S. postal worker and forcing his way into a Seattle home is now being held on $1 million bail as investigators look into what police believe may have been a foiled crypto extortion plot they believe could have went very bad.
I thought this was going to be an easy one, but that was before you said crypto extortion plot.
According to police, 31-year-old Ian Blair showed up at the home Friday afternoon and delivered a letter that appeared to be from a law firm connected to an ongoing lawsuit the victim was involved in. However, the letter was actually an attempt to extort cryptocurrency from the victim, and the man delivering it did not work for the post office.
Oh, no.
Blair pushed his way into the home. When the victim's wife tried to step in, she was assaulted along with her husband. Neighbors reported hearing screams for help. Some called 911. Others tried to intervene and stop the struggle before officers arrived. Once police separated the two, they asked whether the suspect worked for the U.S. Postal Service. After initially refusing to answer, Blair eventually said, "Lawyer." Police say Blair was wearing a Tyvek-style suit underneath the mail carrier uniform, a disposable protective garment more commonly associated with hazardous materials than household mail delivery. Inside his bag, they discovered a collection of items they believe suggest a larger targeted plan, including a cell phone jammer.
God, they looked inside his bag?
Not that bag.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
oh my God.
It would have to be quite large to carry everything, like the Faraday bags, Gorilla tape, zip ties, plastic bags, and gloves. Authorities also found text messages on Blair's phone that appeared to indicate he had been communicating with someone else about that plan.
Oh, that's not scary at all.
Maybe it was Tootie.
Where's that guy?
The text said something to the effect of, "Prius is here," seemingly referring to the victim's vehicle parked in the driveway. Police say the investigation remains ongoing as they work to determine what Blair ultimately intended to do and whether anyone else may have been involved.
Yeah, find that other guy. This is sketchy.
So they were kicking in the door and they were going to do what?
It was one guy. He pretended he's delivering this message, and instead of what he thought it was a message saying, "Give me the cryptocurrency."
Give me the cryptocurrency.
He wanted some money.
Okay. I always thought that stuff was imaginary or something.
I think they could get like a hard flash drive or like, I honestly don't know. I don't know why I tried right there.
South Korea's tax agency.
I mean, you showed a lot of heart.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a possibility, right?
I was going along with it, actually.
It's easier than that, though, as evidenced by our next story here. South Korea's tax agency recently seized cryptocurrency from 124 wealthy people who hadn't paid their taxes. Altogether, they scooped up about $5.6 million in digital loot. It was a triumph of tax enforcement until they totally screwed it up. To show the public they were cracking down on tax evaders, they released photos of the confiscated items, including hardware crypto wallets, special devices used to store crypto online.
Oh, no, those got wiped.
In the photos, there were also handwritten notes, and that's where things went wrong. Those notes clearly displayed something called a seed phrase. A seed phrase is a list of 12 to 24 random words that act like the master password to crypto wallets. In other words, the linguistic skeleton key. And by posting high-resolution photos online, the government accidentally revealed those secret words to the entire world.
I'm so jealous of the people that saw it first.
Soon after, an unknown person used that seed phrase to access one of the wallets and transferred $4.8 million worth of crypto. Because the transactions usually can't be reversed and don't require bank approval, the money is likely gone for good, the government said. And since the seed phrase was made public, investigators have no clear suspect. Literally anyone who zoomed in could have zoomed off with those funds. Experts criticized the tax agency, saying the mistake showed a basic misunderstanding of how digital assets work. And it's not the first time something like this has happened in South Korea. In 2021, police seized 22 bitcoins during an investigation. Later, someone gained access to the wallet's recovery phrase and drained the funds. Those Bitcoin are now worth about $1.5 million. Oh, that sucks. Hey, look how good we are at this. Oh, no. Oh, man, that sucks so bad.
Well, maybe the next people that have the money will pay taxes.
Yeah, because they don't want to get caught.
Yeah, so maybe they did a little something.
While South Korea's crypto mishap shows how quickly digital money can disappear, one American burger chain is experimenting with putting a little of it in workers' pockets. In a move that may qualify as a fast food first, Steak and Shake is giving all hourly workers a Bitcoin bonus of 21 cents an hour. The chain added, "We take care of our employees, who then take care of our customers, and the results take care of themselves."
Well, that's cute.
Yeah, it's kind of a different... I'd be confused. I mean, just like it sounds like the rest of us on the show, how 100%. It works, but I think it would be kind of cool. I know, like...
Wait a minute. What would be cool?
If I had
I'm
Bitcoin
kidding.
all of a sudden... Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Scammers posing as Washington County staff are trying to trick residents into engaging with them. Monday night, the county announced scammers are sending phishing emails in an effort to gather personal or financial details using a domain name that looks official at a casual glance, but quietly swaps the government's .gov for a not-so-governmental .org. At WashingtonCountyMN.org is the one the scammers are using. This domain isn't associated with Washington County, the county wrote in a news release. The county's actual domain is WashingtonCountyMN.gov. The county said the domain was recently registered by an unidentified scammer and is now being used to impersonate the county for phishing activities. It also redirects users to the county's legitimate government website, making it seem legit at first. Officers are urging people to be extremely vigilant and to verify an email appearing to come from the county, ensuring they aren't coming from the fake domain. In addition, the county warns people not to click on any emails from the WashingtonCountyMN.org and to report any messages sent from that domain.
Keep an eye out, huh?
Yeah, a lot of douchebags out there. And they're getting better at this kind of thing, perfecting the artistry of being a douchebag. A student expecting a standard college lecture instead got a crash course in human anatomy when a Pennsylvania professor was seen naked from the waist down live in an online class.
Hell yeah.
A 17-year-old high school student, do you want to take that hell yeah back?
Oh, shoot.
Reported teacher Timothy Shoemaker's bizarre behavior to police, who also charged the trouserless teacher with indecent exposure.
He meant to have his hog out?
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Who you ask?
The teen was in an online college-level English class, and there were other high school and college-age students there, too, when she saw the 62-year-old inappropriate instructor logged on with his log out.
Yuck, you don't want to see that. It's not a 62-year-old. Not at that age, especially.
He was wearing a white T-shirt, and that's it. At first, he apologized for being late, saying he slept through his alarm. He then got up to check something in another room, and the victim saw his bare butt. He returned and sat down, and the camera caught a close-up of his hog. Shoemaker told the students he used sleeping pills the night before.
He did, huh?
Then started talking to one particular girl about her project as if nothing had happened. He told police he didn't remember what happened that morning. He said he thought he was wearing underwear, although sometimes he does sleep naked from the waist down. He later told police, quote, "I realize I did something wrong." Authorities agreed and charged him with 2 counts of indecent exposure. School administration, they agreed too, stripping him of his teaching privileges.
One of those Zoom meetings?
Yeah.
Sure.
Not the first, not the last.
Probably not. You hear a lot of those, unfortunately, right? A northern Indiana man is dead, sadly, after a raccoon hunt took an unfortunate turn, the kind involving ballistics, bark, and a badly behaved bullet. EMS crews were called just before 10:30 p.m. Saturday to a wooded area following reports of a hunting accident. When they arrived, they found 31-year-old Andrew Boots suffering from a gunshot wound to the gut. A preliminary investigation revealed Boots had been out hunting with a group when one member of the party took aim at a raccoon climbing a tree. The plan, presumably, was simple. Spot raccoon, shoot raccoon, go home. But instead, Boots went toe-to-toe with some very bad luck. The DNR says the fired round ricocheted off the tree and struck Boots, who was standing nearby.
Hit him. Where did it hit him?
Raccoon revenge.
Right in the tummy.
In the guts, that's right. That's what killed Chavez was a gut shot.
Sadly, the injuries to Boots wouldn't heal. and he didn't make it.
Oh, no, the guy died?
Yeah. Conservation officers say the investigation into that fatal accident is ongoing.
Son of a bitch.
In further critter news, a squirrel is being blamed for a government internet outage in Ohio. Administrator Matt Springer disclosed the unusual case during a recent commission's meeting, initially believing contractors had accidentally damaged underground fiber cables. But the investigation revealed a squirrel had constructed a nest within the fiber infrastructure and gnawed right through several lines. That affected the county prosecutor's office, among other government buildings. Squirrels have established themselves as notorious troublemakers for utility companies nationwide, frequently causing power outages throughout the U.S.
I take side with the squirrels on this one.
They're just trying to build a home.
Yeah.
They don't know any better.
Yeah.
And in further critter news, Friday morning, we have a story about a local beaver lover's brush with Hollywood. She's a scientist fingered as one of the nation's most prominent beaver experts. And that beaver know-how got her snatched up by the big screen, where she'll be coming soon.
For the movie Beaver Part 2. Wasn't there a movie called The Beaver where Mel Gibson was out of his mind or something?
Yeah.
Does this have anything to do with Beaver
No,
Part...
it's a Pixar movie coming out on Friday.
A little bit different than the Mel Gibson movie then.
That was all great, Josh. It was great.
I don't know what you're talking about. So there is a movie called Beaver with Mel Gibson?
Yeah. I thought you knew about that one.
I'm sure I've heard of it, but I've since forgot.
Sure.
He goes through like a midlife crisis and walks around with a beaver like hand puppet on his hand and talks to the beaver.
Yeah. I thought that was adorable.
Oh, is it supposed to? I thought it was like he was going to be a mercenary of some sort. No, it's a cute movie.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was meant to be funny and comedy. He was just going through something, and then I think his therapist recommended just talking to the beaver. And
Yeah, I
his
actually
family's all obviously worried about him.
I actually think it's more like dark, like it's more drama.
Oh, now I'm interested.
Yeah, because he's like sad and stuff.
Oh, no.
So it's kind of
Cool.
I don't know. It's one of those movies where like you're not. I don't know. I didn't feel great about it.
No, I like movies that don't make you feel great.
Yeah, I think dark comedy would be the way I would describe it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Twisted Sister had planned a 50th anniversary tour, but those plans were scrapped after Dee Snider retired due to his health.
Oh, God, where's this going to go?
We discussed that. Well, not bad.
Oh, good.
The band, however, are going to take the stage this year. They decided to put several dates back on the calendar with former Skid Row singer Sebastian Bach stepping in to handle the vocals.
Yeah, no thanks.
The connection between the two singers was made clear when Dee announced his retirement 3 weeks ago. In the comments, Bach left a message for him. "We love you, dude. Thank you for a lifetime of inspiration to us all. You left it all on the stage," Bach said. There hasn't been a statement from Dee about the new shows. Still, it appears everything's on good terms because he posted the announcement on his own Instagram page.
All right, maybe I shouldn't disregard it so quickly.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see how he does.
It doesn't sound like Dee's coming back.
It doesn't, does it?
I don't like to hear that. Sebastian Bach, he's a decent enough replacement.
He was one of my all-time favorites back in the day.
He was your all-time favorite?
One of them, yeah.
Can he still sing at all?
Sebastian Bach?
Yeah.
A 19-year-old Sherlock Holmes unravels.
Or is he doing the Don Dock and Vince Neil thing?
You're asking how he sounds today.
You don't want to talk about it.
A 19-year-old Sherlock Holmes unravels a deadly globe-trotting conspiracy as he investigates his first case in the new Prime Video series Young Sherlock. Inspired by Andrew Lane's Young Sherlock Holmes novels and with Guy Ritchie as director, all 8 episodes of the well-reviewed Young Sherlock are available now.
More of a young Sheldon guy myself.
Is that Bazinga?
I've never seen it. Yeah,
That
that is the character.
Tonight on NBC, a 3-hour Chicago crossover event beginning at 8 o'clock.
Sweet.
Yeah, you love these shows, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm such a sucker for them.
In the first episode, a passenger jet goes silent midair, and the guys from Chicago Fire respond to the emergency at the airfield. The doctors from Chicago Med pick up the action and respond to the medical crisis related to the incident. Then the cops come from Chicago PD and work the case to try and catch a person who's behind it.
I look at them all working together. That's cute.
Dude, I just love when they do that kind of stuff.
Doesn't it? Yeah, they do quite a bit of those, don't they?
Yeah,
The
it's so good.
crossover.
You're like, oh, they're from the other show.
That's how the crossovers work.
Yep. I really like when they do any different series situation, but when they do Grey's Anatomy does crossovers with other TV shows, those are the best ones.
I know what you're talking
That's
about.
got to be an incredible amount of work.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
impressive.
yeah.
I remember how thrilled I was when Lilith made her first appearance on Frasier.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, some of those crossovers, it is cool.
Or when the Harlem Globetrotters teamed up with Scooby-Doo.
That was a great episode.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe they've even done it more than once.
They've probably done it a couple times.
Ex-bassist for Metallica, Jason Newsted, is 63. He walked in here once by himself, and he left with one of the most attractive women I've ever met. We had 2 different interviews that day, and he walked out with her.
Who was the woman? I don't recall this.
She was in I think she was in porn at one point, but she was in a radio commercial or a TV commercial the station had put out. Do you remember that?
I remember her.
So she
was in porno movies?
That's what our boss
I wish somebody would have woken me up to that 25 years ago. Oh, okay. I remember Jason Newsted being in studio and being overly serious and kind of boring.
That's when he was launching Voivod.
Yeah. I don't remember him leaving with a babe.
Yeah, he left with her. They went to breakfast and who knows what else.
I'll tell you right now. Do you remember him being boring and overly serious?
He was overly serious, and
you
he
remember him
seemed
being
kind of
boring?
sad. You know,
Remember the boring part?
I don't remember him being boring.
He was boring.
Boxer Ray Boom Boom Mancini, 65.
Oh, now that's a character I can talk about.
Boom
Ray
Boom.
Boom Boom Mancini. If you haven't seen the documentary on the fight he had in 1982 with Dooku Kim. I mean, Dana, you loved the documentary of The Miracle on Ice that recently came out. Mm-hmm. Watch, I think ESPN many years ago put together a documentary on the legendary fight between Dooku Kim and I'll get there. Ray Mancini and, what did I say the guy's name was? Dooku Kim. That's it. If you haven't seen that documentary, dude, it'll change you forever.
I love sports documentaries.
It will change you forever. It's one of the most fascinating sports events that have ever happened.
Happy 15th to my nephew Don. Airwolf Jesus texting a happy 8th 28th birthday to front desk meat handler Jesus.
8th.
Yeah, her 8th 28th. Happy birthday to East Winstead Jesus, turning 50 today from your cool daughter. Sits on baby's Jesus. And weather today, as far as I'm concerned, it's safe to unpack my oversized basketball shorts. And my coworkers can't give me crap about it.
Oversized basketball. I've grown to hate that look on you,
Oh,
Josh.
I know. I hate it on myself, but it's so
You need to
comfy.
stop with the oversized basketball. What about...
Never.
Why did you bring up oversized basketball shorts?
Because it's going to shoot up to 51 this afternoon.
Woohoo!
So you're going to go back to that.
It's shorts weather.
Just go get a pair of shorts that we wouldn't normally see a fourth grader wearing.
I refuse. Weather brought to you by a new sponsor to the show, Flair Heating and Air Conditioning. Feel the difference. We appreciate your support.
See, those folks at Flair, you call them, they probably put on pants
Oh, I'm sure they do.
before they go to work.
But maybe they don't have a problem. Maybe they're open-minded and say, hey, you can wear what you want, fella. You like basketball shorts? We never know when you're going to need a jump shot. He's out there. Maybe they'd say that.
Just awful.
I bet they're pretty nice.
Maybe they would.
I bet they would. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
Here's Kaprizov once again. Clint Hughes goes for the net and scores!
The acceleration for Quinn Hughes in behind the play to keep this play alive. And then he gets separation and he goes backhand, forehand, shovel to the far side of Andre Vasilevsky.
Hey, Randy Shaver. Hello.
Hello.
And Brad Ryder on the telephone line.
Good morning.
Telephone line. What band? Electric Light Orchestra.
Yellow.
What year?
Yellow. 1970-something.
Yeah. What?
76 or 70-something were your two answers.
It was 76. Telephone line.
Yeah.
Beautiful song.
Great album.
Long stories today, boys.
Oh, boy.
Not much going on.
Long stories.
Buckle in.
Ask a lot of questions.
It's been a tough week, hasn't it?
This is the worst stretch of this year for sports
Trying
right
to
now.
find stuff.
Yeah.
Why? We've both the Wolves and Wild are playing again.
Yeah, but you know, they won or they lost. That's the end of the story. You know what I mean?
It's kind of in that middle ground before the playoffs.
I disagree. We don't want to talk about the latest Twins injury.
What is the latest Twins injury?
Well, but Walker, I can't think it was Walker Jenkins, or that was you covered that yesterday.
Must be super important if you can't remember his name.
I think the Vikings are an interesting subject right now too.
I suppose.
All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to.
There's a lot to talk about.
Well, prove it, Randy Shaver.
State hockey starts today.
State of hockey,
Yeah, exactly.
State of hockey. Randy Shaver has put himself on a limb and said there's lots to talk about today. I'm asking you to friggin' prove it. You prove it. Because it is. It's just there's something about this time of year where it's slower than the second coming of Christ.
Right. Between the Super Bowl and March Madness is kind of just a slog.
I'll give you that, yeah, typically.
If you think different, boys, then you friggin' prove it to us. I'd be happy to allow you to go on and on.
I actually think the summertime in the June to July 4th is the slowest time. All there is baseball.
The spot between the All-Star break and training camp.
Yeah, we could talk golf. Golf is underway.
Man, that gets me hard as a rock.
Oh.
It does.
Oh, God. Oh. I share a studio with the guy.
Let's start with hockey. We started with some hockey audio. The Pigs made the best out of another ridiculous situation. Let's go ahead with our weekly wild update. The Pigs made the best out of another ridiculous situation, a near 9 p.m. local start.
9:30 out here on the East Coast.
Yeah, you didn't make
brutal.
it. You didn't make it through much of last
night.
night.
I lasted the first period, and that was it.
I didn't realize that when we were talking yesterday. We said, hey, Randy, they're playing a Florida team. You'll get a chance to watch I didn't realize when we had that conversation it was going to be a late start. But they made the best out of it. They whooped Tampa Bay 4-1, 5-1. I want to be happy for the Russian kid. I do.
Why aren't you?
Oh, because it's empty net.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be happy for the Russian kid because he broke Marian Gabourik's record for career goals in a pig sweater, but the effing guy broke the record with an empty net goal.
He would have done it anyway, so it's all right.
Yeah, no, that's why it's not all right. It wasn't as if the Russian kid wasn't going to score another goal this season. If I'm the Russian kid, I wait until there's a goalie between the pipes to break that record. But I don't know, the young people are different.
What do you do?
You just dump it into the zone. You just dump it into the zone.
So not even pass it to a
teammate? You can celebrate it the next time he scores a goal then, Nick.
Okay, fine.
Out of his 220 goals, how many of those were empty net?
Like 150 or so from what I...
Oh, come on. Probably 10%.
I don't care if it's a record-breaking goal. You just dump it into the zone. You don't score empty net
goals. What about passing it to a teammate?
No, you don't pass it to your teammate. You dump it behind the net.
What if you score on your own goalie? I mean, you're getting it past a goalie.
They don't count those.
Yeah, that's not going to work either.
I want to be happy for the Russian kid, but he ends up with an empty netter.
This is just a quick Google search, but apparently he only has 2 empty net goals.
222.
Really? Out of all?
You know what? I can believe that because typically if a team is pressing late in the game, he's not on the ice. It's their defensive unit.
The Russian kid has now netted 220 goals as a man-bear pig. 220.
Sales department? Sales department there?
Stop talking about the hockey team.
You just dump it in. Other than that mumbo-jumbo, Matt Zuccarello, Brock Faber, Quinn Hughes each had a goal and an assist last night. They beat a pretty damn good hockey club.
Yes, they did.
Matt Boldsky, 3 assists on the night. Old Phil, 26 stops. Up next, they'll find themselves playing in Vegas.
Friday night. Friday night in Vegas.
Yeah, but the boys will have fun after the game.
Oh, yeah.
Are they allowed?
Is it a West Coast trip? Is it the beginning of a West Coast or just a one game?
I don't know.
I don't have the schedule.
I go game by game, Randy Shaver.
Given that they play every other day or every night, they stay in there.
Yeah, they go Friday in Vegas, and they head to Colorado on Sunday.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so
they got a day off.
They get Colorado again, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1:00 game on Sunday. I like that.
Oh, that must be a national. Is that a national?
Must be.
This is a fun typo right here. This person says,
TNT.
I found 18 empty nutters for Kaprizov. So he's got 18 empty nutters.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of emptying of nutters.
People are correcting us.
Yeah, like I said, it was just a quick Google search.
Like I said, about 10%.
Normally on a Wednesday, every other Wednesday, we talk to Marcus Foligno from the Man Bear Pigs, who unfortunately is injured. And we covered this yesterday, but we're not allowed to talk to him, I guess, when he's injured. Because Marcus could tell us. I wonder how much leeway they're allowed when they go to Las Vegas or any other city.
Mm-hmm.
Couple hours? We hear about curfews all the time. I'm wondering, what's their curfew? What are the rules? Because, if it was 35, 40 years ago, these guys are going to get drunk and they're going to get laid. They're going to stay out all night. But that's 35, 40 years ago. Nowadays, they're a little more.
My guests are flying in Thursday, and they're flying to Colorado Saturday morning.
Well, right. I'm not wondering their flight schedule. I'm wondering how much leeway do they have? How much leeway do they have after that hockey game on Friday night? So the Pigs made another move yesterday for a dude who can throw his weight around, which makes me worry about Marcus's situation.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. He's a big guy, right?
Yep.
6'6"?
Yep.
Yeah, a kid who's 6'6", 230 pounds. He's a banger, Cubby. You got to let him bang.
Yeah. Let me bang, bro.
You got to let this kid bang. Michael McCarron is the name. They made a deal with the Nashville Predators. He can play some center, too, and he can win some draws. So I don't think his only role will be knocking fools into the glass. It sounds like maybe Bill Guerin would like him to take some draws, too. 2 more days until that trade deadline. Again, we're waiting for something big. We'll see if it's Trocheck, something we covered yesterday. But for now, they got this big 6'6" kid from Nashville. And, yes, it makes me worry about Marcus's situation. If they made that deal strictly for face-offs or if they know Marcus isn't going to be coming back to throw his gorgeous body around. 6'6" on friggin' without skates, I think, with this kid.
That's intimidating.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
You got to like the fact that they're making some moves and kind of going all in here a little bit.
It appears that way, doesn't it, Brad Ryder?
Yeah.
Well, they should go all in.
They should.
You're
right.
They've got a great hockey team, and they've got a great chance to do something. So they should be going. I mean, the trade for Quinn Hughes is really going all in. That trade set the tone for everything, and it's turned out to be a monster trade for the Wild. It has really changed everything. The way that they play, the way that they approach things, they're just, to me, they're a different team.
They became a different team once he laced them up.
Yeah, they did it early enough in the season so that if things went well, which they have, then they can make other moves, and they had time to make other moves. But if things didn't go well, then they could have, cut their losses. But obviously things have went really well.
The only thing that can derail this team probably right now is injuries. If they can just stay healthy, and I know we've already talked about Marcus and him not being a part of it right now, but if they can stay healthy the rest of the way, they should be right in the mix.
Maybe the Russian kid's empty net goal last night was a little tribute to Marcus.
There you go. There you go.
He just did what Marcus would have done?
Yep, he did what Marcus would have done.
Every time you step on the ice, you think to yourself, what would Marcus do?
This one's for you, Moose, he said before he... we're being corrected again by our listening audience. A listener by the name of Jesushausen.
I love it.
Has texted in the new kid that the Pigs traded for, Michael McCarron. I didn't introduce him properly. It's Predators legend, Michael McCarron.
Yeah, it took me a second to realize who you're talking about when you looked that up.
Oh, man.
So there you go. All right. So high school hockey is or it is not on my television today?
It's on Channel 45 or available on the different KSTP streaming apps and whatnot.
Because my newspaper didn't tell me Dick Tracy. I appreciate that.
But it's more confusing than it used to be because everybody used to just have cable, and that came with Channel 45. Now it's, does YouTube TV have Channel 45? Does Hulu have it? You know, it's a lot more complicated than it used to be.
Yeah, it is. There used to be one class.
that too, yes.
I love when the old-timers get pissed off about that.
Today, the Class A hits the ice over there at the rink. And we're going with Hibbing, Dodge County, right away at 11 a.m. That's an early rising crowd anyway, the Hibbing, Dodge County crowd.
They've had their coffee.
Yeah, they're up early. Did I get that right? Yeah, Hibbing, Dodge County. Then you go Matamidi, St. Cloud Cathedral. I think that's where Squirrel went to school. St. Cloud Cathedral. Really? Yeah. Text me, Squirrel. I know you're a St. Cloud guy. Was it Cathedral? The night session, again, I can't believe what I'm reading, but Delano is being allowed participation in the state tournament. They'll play Mankato West. And War Road versus the Northern Lakes kids. Northern Lakes.
The boys' hockey tournament's always a big deal, obviously, here in Minnesota, but this one's a little bit extra special in 2026. It's the 25th anniversary of the time an ECU student threw a dildo on the ice right before the national anthem.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. 25 years. They're doing a big retrospective. You know, they're going to interview all the dignitaries. I think Lou Nanny's going to be involved. It's going to be a pretty big deal.
A flag and dildo raising?
Yeah.
Are they, instead of allowing him to drop a ceremonial puck, are they going to allow him out there to drop a ceremonial
Oh, my God.
Just plops a big rubber one down on the ice.
Oh, my God.
You suction cup that sumbitch right to the face-off dot. Watch it wiggle.
Yeah, instead of the kid skating out to center ice like they do before games, just have like a dad do it.
Yeah, have the kid who threw it on the ice 25 years ago come out, you know, a big round of applause. The place is going nuts. Grown men are crying. They're so emotional as he stamps that thing down on there.
You must have been there for this.
Oh, I was there.
So you're telling me 25 years ago, Eastview made the state high school hockey tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And one of your classmates threw a dildo onto the ice.
And what made it extra funny is, so this was 2001. Eastview had only been open a year or two, maybe. I was a freshman, and it was a big deal that a school that young made the state tournament.
Right.
So we had the big pep rally, you know, to send the boys off to St. Paul to the hotel. And the principal got on the mic and gave a big speech about how, you know, we're a new school. Our reputation is just being formed. A lot of people haven't heard of us yet. So,
they were always pushing that crap, weren't they?
And they're like, we want to, you know, be respected and kind of be the standard of, you know, like fan behavior and the class act. And so I think that's kind of what instigated the dildo getting thrown on the ice.
Did anyone say, I thought I had to go to Minneapolis to see the dildos? No one came up with that joke?
No. But it was funny, though. I just seen that thing cross the glass and just bounce, and just slide gracefully. And then, you know, the ice crew that's used to shoveling up, you know, the ice shavings and stuff had to go out there at the garbage can and scoop it up. It was big, long, and purple.
Did you know what it was right away?
Yes.
Okay.
You probably knew ahead of time.
No, I didn't know about it. It was a senior that did it. I was a freshman, so I wasn't, you know, clued in on what was going to happen.
So just maybe that inspired those folks that were doing it at the WNBA for a while there.
Well, they knew that the 25th anniversary was coming up. Oh. They wanted to pay homage.
I'm glad that trend has stopped.
Yeah, I am too.
Guess that took you guys out of the sportsmanship award.
No, Brad, that's what's funny is we always laughed about that because we'd point out the sportsmanship banner for the state high school hockey tournament in 2001. We still somehow got it.
You still won it?
Yes.
You won the sportsmanship award at that year's tournament?
Yes.
So somebody wasn't looking during that? Yeah.
It was very brief. Like, if you weren't, like, right there in the student section where it landed, you might have completely missed it.
Did the kid get caught?
No.
They didn't know who it was?
No.
Did your team's ass get beat so thoroughly that they had to give you some form of award?
No, they lost in the first round to Elk River to, what's your guy?
Paul Martin?
Paul Martin, yeah. His team. They ended up winning the consolation bracket, though. I forget that they do that.
Paul Martin probably could have beaten Eastview by himself.
Probably could.
You know. I still see Paul when I watch Golden Gopher hockey games there behind the bench with, what's his nuts, the head coach there.
Motzko.
Yeah. Principals were always pushing that. We want to have a reputation. Shut up. Mm-hmm. That's the same speech I got when I got fired from being the Wayzata Trojan mascot after 5 minutes. Same thing. Pep rally.
Yep.
I was the Trojan. I was the Trojan mascot. Didn't want to be, but I was doing a favor for two of my friends who were the class president type characters,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Would you be the? I said, all right, I'll be the friggin' man. So I went out onto the gym floor. The whole school's at the gym. I did a little this, that. I'm wearing the Trojan outfit. And then they put a mic in my face, and I didn't know what the hell I was going to say, so I made a joke. I said, finally, I got a chance to wear a Trojan. Ha, ha, ha. Stupid high school joke. And I leave. I walk into the hallway. Waiting for me in the hallway is our stupid principal and some other lady. And they just looked disgusted. And I said, what's the problem? And the principal did that whole routine. All my years of trying to ditch the jokes about Trojans, every time we go to a diner, there's a big banner that says, cream the Trojans.
That's pretty good.
That is good. We're trying to avoid that kind of a thing. And then our own student, our own mascot, uses that material against us. And I said, Jesus balls, don't take yourself so seriously. I said, I didn't want this friggin' gig in the first place. I'm doing a favor for Donnie and Ronnie over here. And the guy kept going.
Why did they even let you talk in the first place? Mascots aren't supposed to talk.
Okay, no.
His is like a human mascot.
Yeah, there's his.
At the time, it was a human mascot, like the USC Trojan. So he keeps ringing me out on this friggin' subject and telling me what a disrespectful, stupid thing. So I just said, well, then F both of you. I quit. I don't need this friggin' stupid gimmick. I didn't want to do it in the first place. I ended up throwing the mascot gear down the hallway. I'm standing in the hallway in my friggin' drawers. And I said, find some other loser to do this then. I don't care. I didn't want...
Going into our senior year, before the basketball season, me and about 8 other guys, we got called into the principal's office to address what their expectations were for our behavior in the stands during the basketball season. And they're like, last year, we noticed, there's some overrated chants, that we want to kind of steer away from. I remember one of my buddies goes, so you're telling me that you pulled me out of an AP class in which I'm getting college credit for to discuss fan behavior at a high school basketball game.
Oh, yeah, they came up with all that lame stuff.
Yeah, and I think the principal realized how stupid he was coming off. Like, yeah, okay, you're right. I think your education's a little bit more important than lecturing you guys before the season had even started about, their expectations for our behavior and how they want us to set an example for the rest of the students.
Dana, that dildo game you were talking about, we've been getting texts on it from folks who were there. Like, I'm from Evelyn. She just said she was there and she will never forget.
Oh, good. I'm glad people still remember it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that more than just my friend group still has a laugh about it.
I thought I had to go to Evelyn to see the dildos. That would have worked, too.
Yep.
All right. You guys are doing a great job today. Really are. Not only were those stories hilarious, but that's exactly what
25 minutes.
That's exactly what I was hoping for. Love it. Absolutely love it for many different reasons. Timberwolves were a little brain dead at times last night, but they came away with a win.
Half.
Yeah.
Sluggish first half, but
Anthony Edwards scored 41 points for the Love of Cripes, and because he wanted to push it to 50, Memphis almost came back and won the game. He was taking stupid shots at hey, we're up 11 with 2.5 minutes left. This game is over. I'll just throw up 3-pointers from wherever I feel like it. They piss me off sometimes, but they won the game. They weren't, the thing is, they really haven't been setting the world on fire overall as far as how well they're playing, but all that matters is wins. They've won 4 in a row, 7 of their last 8.
I also think, though, that they are establishing a very solid bench. And I think over the next 20 games before the postseason begins, once that bench gets solidified, and I think that they're going to be an interesting team to watch in the playoffs. Depends on how they play. Depends if they care about defense. But I think that the bench is certainly much better, much better for them to do something in the postseason as opposed to
2 months ago.
Ayo Desonu. I struggle with his name, but he's a terrific player. The kid we got, Desumu, the kid we got from Chicago.
Yeah, he's really good.
That's going to be the key in any playoff series. You're right, because their starters can match up with any starting five. It's just a matter of what's going to happen when you go to the bench for 5 to 6 minutes at a time.
When Nas is hot, we all know how easily he can change the fate of a game. Bones Highland,
Is there a promotion going on with Nas that you guys are aware of? Because the other day I was picking up my son at a buddy's house. He lives in a cul-de-sac, his friend. And 3 houses had Nas cutouts out front of their house.
I'm not aware.
Maybe they handed them out at a game or something like that.
My neighborhood has a bunch of signs, those honk if you love Nas Reed signs.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Just recently?
Yeah, Parkway Pizza in my neighborhood started it. You know, they had a sign outside that said honk if you love Nas Reed. And Nas actually went down and met all the folks that work there and took a picture with it. And other people have started kind of putting those signs up in their yards sometimes.
Oh, cool. Maybe this was related. It didn't have words on it, but it was three of the 6 houses there had them.
Oh, next up for the Wolves. What did I forget to mention? I forgot to mention who they're playing next, and now I have no idea. Toronto. But I forget what night the Raptors are coming to town.
I think that's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
Tomorrow night, the Toronto. They're a pretty good basketball team.
Oh, then they got the Magic at home at 2 o'clock on Saturday. I like that.
So there you. James Harden has been making hints at possibly retiring. Oh God, please no, not that.
Has he played for every team? Has he played for every team in the league now? He can finally hang it up.
No, he's not Dennis Schroeder. He has not played for every team yet.
I truly believe that if I go to hell, and it's a real possibility, if I go to hell, Cubby, I'll sit there for eternity while the devil himself plays me an endless video reel of James Harden, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Luka Doncic playing basketball.
That's your hell?
That will be my hell. Oh, along with some Sandler movies and some empty net goals.
James Harden scoring an empty net goal.
Picturing James Harden on skates is pretty funny, though.
Yeah, that step-back three-pointer that was totally illegal 20 years ago. It's going to be nothing but step-back three-pointer highlights for me when I'm sitting in a chair in hell. Golden Gopher men's basketball plays at Indiana tonight on the Big Ten Network.
From the boat, Scotty Ma, and go Gophers, Big Ten Network.
Sounds like she's an early start, like a 5:30 type of an operation.
When do the Gopher women actually play the Big Ten tournament?
They play Friday because we talked about this the other day. They get the double bye.
Yeah.
So it opens today, but they got to wait till Friday to play.
Friday at 1:30 in the afternoon. Did you say that, Brad Ryder?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. There you go. Big Ten tournament.
Good.
Get some.
And then the women's selection show, is it Sunday? Must be Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I like that bit. I like the selection
show.
Yeah,
I want to pay attention to that.
I love the reaction videos. I'm a sucker for those. Of the
you like what?
The team. They got cameras on the team. They're in like the team room, and they find out they're a 1 seed, and they all go crazy. Those are fun.
It's kind of a weird setup, though, with them, and it's been a while since our women have been in, though. I think they actually take a week off because they don't start. They kind of try to sync it a little bit with the men's, if you recall that. So they got some time off before they'd actually start playing in the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
We've covered this before, but someone texted in, do empty net goalie goals piss you off? Absolutely not. That's a totally different situation.
That's really cool still.
Totally different situation. Goalies should put more shots on goal. So, no. A goalie launches one from his own crease into an empty net. Totally different situation. Please, I'm not from Florida or something. You know,
I saw a quick video on Instagram. I couldn't quite figure out all the details about it, but as a group of guys got together and rented out some ice time, and they played an all-goalie hockey game. So they were all in goalie gear. You know,
fun.
And it was like standard hockey. You know, drop the puck.
That'll kill you.
I know. It looked like they were struggling.
That'll kill you.
And I got to correct myself a little bit. The selection show isn't until a week from Sunday.
What?
Oh, Brad.
I just looked it up.
We're not paying you today, no.
They have a full week off.
I got to wait around for a week. I hate myself for having to bring this garbage up, but like I said, there isn't a ton to choose from today. So here you go, Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder. According to the Sporting News, these are the 7 quarterbacks the Vikings have in mind to come over here and possibly bump that McCarthy punk out on his ass. You have to pick the peckerhead you like most, okay? Here are your choices from the Sporting News. Malik Willis, Mac Jones, Indiana Jones, Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Joe Flacco, and that relentless idiot Karen Rodgers. Go. Who do you pick?
I think the Vikings are looking at Kyler Murray. I think they see him as.
Yeah, but who would you pick?
I would pick Kyler Murray. Now, he doesn't necessarily fit everything that the Vikings do offensively, but talent-wise, out of the ones you just suggested, he's probably the best one of the group.
Let the record show that Randy Shaver has selected with his first overall pick, Kyler Murray. What's the other guy's name, Josh?
Brad Ryder?
Brad Ryder. Who's your pick?
Yeah. I don't disagree with the talent comment and the talent take, but I just don't. He doesn't throw the ball downfield very well. I was reading some stuff about him yesterday. He's like 66th in the league the last 3 or 4 years in throwing the ball downfield with accuracy or some stat like that. If it's for 1 year, if you're just talking about next year, you're going to love this answer. I'd go with Rodgers, but
no.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
1 year?
It's not going to be 1 year. No, Brad. It's not going to be 1 year. I think they're moving on from JJ. I don't think JJ is going to be a part of their future. So I think
wait a minute. 2 days ago, when I said they're thinking of pushing him out of here right away, you said they're not going to do that. Now you think they are going to do that?
Well, I think from what I've been reading about all these comments about from the organization and what they're looking to do, blah blah blah. It doesn't sound like McCarthy really is part of their long-term plans.
Okay, then if it's beyond 1 year, then I would not go. I would go Daniel Jones probably.
Daniel Jones is already he's already signed with Indianapolis.
Did they franchise tag him?
They transition tagged him.
Tagged him. Okay.
So he's out of the picture.
Who are the other 6 again, Nick?
I don't know.
Well,
he's dying over here.
Malik. I like Mac Jones and Malik Willis. They're both very good backups, and they both are very capable of being really good in this league. They just don't have the experience that some of the other guys do.
I still like Malik Willis a little bit better than Kyler Murray.
I've never even heard of Malik Willis.
Backup, Green Bay backup.
A Pro Bowl offensive lineman.
And played well.
Say what?
He came in for Green Bay last year and played very well.
Never saw it.
Yeah.
A Pro Bowl offensive lineman in the National Football League is retiring at 27 years old. This really has the Chicago Bears pissed off. Their center.
Yeah, the center. Yeah.
His name is Drew Dolman. He just finished his first season with the Bears after playing a couple 3 years in Atlanta. He went to college at Stanford, so my guess is he's a bright young man, and now that he's got a few $1 million in his pocket from playing football, he's saying, what's the point?
Yeah. Don't blame the guy.
Yeah.
You see more and more of that.
Yeah.
Guys that get in, they get their money, and they get out. Especially as we find out more and more about the long-term effects that playing this game has on people.
They don't let numbskulls into Stanford, so I'm guessing this guy's just going to go somewhere else and make a living. Sell some cars or something. He's got a few $1 million. What the hell? But the Bears aren't happy about it. He never gave him any indication that he was considering retirement. And then yesterday he said, I'll see you later. Made the Pro Bowl last season.
Yeah. 27, and a lot of football left in the kid, too.
Do you want to hear a Steelers fan take, Nick, on getting Aaron Rodgers here to the Vikings?
Sure.
This is from Steelers fan Jesus, who says, as a make-believe Steelers spokesperson, we will give the Vikings Karen for a half-eaten McChicken and a flat Diet Coke. I thought they liked him better than that over there.
Nobody likes Karen.
I guess not.
He's unlikable. Guys,
give me one example of him being unlikable.
Well, that's true. His personality, certainly.
Yeah.
The guy's a puke bag. Oh, speaking of Kyler Murray real quick. So, he's going to be available to anybody when the Cardinals release him.
Right.
some sports fans think that he should go ahead and play for the Athletics, who still own his Major League Baseball draft rights. They're saying, you know what? Go play some baseball, kid. You were pretty good at that.
Yeah, it was.
That would be really, really fun to watch.
I agree.
I did see somebody mention that on Twitter. They said if they do sign, the Vikings do sign Kyler Murray, maybe they should negotiate with the A's to get his baseball rights just in case they had a little outfield depth with the Twins, too.
You can just do double duty?
Yeah.
That would be really cool to see him go put on a batting helmet and pick up a bat and start playing pro ball. He was drafted 9th overall.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that high.
In the year 20 and 18.
Good. Played at Oklahoma, both sports.
So the same year he was 1st overall in the NFL draft, he was 9th overall in Major League Baseball. Go ahead. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, he hasn't played baseball, they say here, for nearly a decade. I don't know. You guys think he could pick it up pretty quickly?
Probably not.
No?
Probably not.
I remember being at the YZ American Legion, watching a Twins game, bottom of the 9th, Joe Mauer's at the plate. Twins got the winning run in scoring position. And this is after Mauer. I believe this was after he had won, 2 MVPs and a batting title, two batting titles and an MVP, whatever the friggin'.
Right.
He was already well established as one of the best hitters in the game. And everyone's hanging on this big at-bat by Joe Mauer, and unfortunately he rolled one over to the second baseman, game over. Could not get the game-winning hit. One of my drinking buddies says, should have played football.
Randy's mentioned before how good of a football player he was.
Oh yeah.
Fabulous football player.
Florida State, right?
National Player of the Year, wasn't he?
He was. He was the Gatorade Player of the Year. Yep.
Some bitch should have played football, he said.
When the Twins drafted him 1st overall and he elected to play baseball rather than go to college, my buddy made me a bet. $20. He says he's going to end up leaving baseball and pull a Chris Winkie and go to Florida State when he's like 25 to play football. And that clearly didn't happen, but my buddy kept saying over and over again, hey, there's still time. There's still time. To the point where Mauer was damn near retiring, and he still wouldn't pay up on the bet. So we had Joe Mauer on the radio for something or another, and I said, hey, I've had this long-running $20 bet. Can you just confirm to me right now that you're not going to go play college football? And he goes, yeah, at the age of 38, I'm not going to go play college football. So I'm like, thank you, Zanata. Send me $20.
No doubt.
Chris Winkie, he says. All right, there you go. Randy Shaver, you were trying to convince us earlier that there really was lots going on.
Yeah. You did a good job.
What did we miss?
I don't think you missed anything.
You were saying something
other than any sort of Twins conversation, but I think Brad kind of covered the injury to Jenkins.
A top prospect has been injured?
Well, it's just, it's a kid that has a chance to play for them some point, maybe even this year.
Okay,
so
maybe even this year.
Yep.
The Twins are...
I think everybody in the Twins organization has a chance to play for them this year.
Oh, yeah.
In one way or another.
Yeah. They're giving everybody a look.
Yeah.
The Twins play a Puerto Rican national team today. Oh, it's on television.
It's part of the World Baseball. Everybody's getting geared up for the World Baseball stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it says here Fox 9 Plus. Is that television?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
At noon today, if you want to watch the Twins play the Puerto Rico. So there you go. All right, so I think, we did all right. Considering that I thought we were going to struggle to fill time, we did all right. How can I help you?
Sales department.
Yeah, the sales department, they're relentless. They want to get the last word.
Once in a while, I'll turn up the volume on my email just to get you guys going.
Well, what is that noise?
Thank you.
Was it an
That's my email?
More of a more boner pill stuff?
Yeah, right.
Your orders arrived, Brad.
The automatic refill is on its way.
That's your email that's beeping?
Yeah.
We were talking hard-on pills earlier. Josh and I are afraid to take them. What about you guys? What's your review?
Not afraid.
I ain't afraid.
That's great.
That's awesome.
That's the coolest thing you've said all day. That was funny. Not afraid, huh?
No.
No experience. Sorry.
No reason to be afraid.
Because I have a heart condition, I fear that they'll stop my heart and I'll die butt naked with a heart on.
Oh,
They say those last after death for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Can you think of a better way to go, though, Nick?
There's something to be said about that.
Why can't we shut the coffin on Nick? Give it a couple hours.
What a way to go, Brad Ryder says. Bumping. Anyone know anyone who went out bumping?
Matthew McConaughey's dad.
That's the only one that comes to mind for me, too.
Well, I guess I do know somebody.
Personal.
I do know somebody who dropped dead before the pumping began. But is that close enough for you?
No.
Yeah,
no, it's not close enough.
Not.
The man is dead.
Nah, it has to be legit.
You're not going to give him full credit for that?
Nope.
Yeah, he dropped dead.
That would be an insult to the people that,
all the people that were in the room with him? What?
that did it the right way.
That's disrespectful to people. I don't know where you're going with this.
to the people that actually died after.
I thought you were going to say it was disrespectful to the person he was about to bump.
So
No.
You're saying a guy who died with a heart on, he's about ready to take hold of the action. He doesn't belong in the same conversation as the folks who died while in the act. He's not involved he's not allowed to join that club.
No, he's in a different club.
A different club.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Poo-poos and pee-pees, Jesus wants to know, what if he dies while pumping something that's dead?
Oh, God.
Ashley, where do you categorize that? That's a whole different...
Yeah, and how far after death is it okay to keep going?
That's whole different conversation. I don't think we have enough time to talk about that.
We got it done.
Knew we could do it.
Ended in a strange direction.
Yeah.
As always.
To some, maybe.
Sometimes in early March during the sports segment, you got to do it.
So long, Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder.
See ya.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a smart club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.
Years of hard work and now you've got pain in your back, your shoulders, your knees, maybe your joints. You need help. Randy Shaver here with the answer. Dave Bialke. He's got over 30 years experience in getting workers' compensation benefits for people just like you. Don't suffer. Call Bialke Law today. 763-571-2410 or go to bialkelaw.com. That's BIALKE law.com. And it spells relief for you.
The Half-Ass Morning Show, 93X.
The midweek edition of the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. That's what this is. You're a hell of a crowd. Josh knows this. Without you, I'd have to call my brother-in-law at the friggin' Chrysler plant. What were we talking about a few minutes ago? We were talking about dying in the throes of passion. Dropping dead while getting it on. What a way to go. Is the common answer you get.
I guess if I had to pick, I'd probably be at the top of the list. That or
what a way to go!
In my sleep, one of the two.
Got a couple text messages on the subject. Dropping dead while getting it on. Here's a guy who says he didn't die, but he got tapped on the shoulder and then knocked the F out by the punch of a jealous husband.
Oh no!
Gosh.
Dang.
Oh, that had to be so scary waking up.
Waking up naked on the floor.
Like, how do you leave?
Probably still
What
had the bone
happens
ski,
there?
too.
Out the window you go, I think, Ashley.
Do you?
Out the
They're
window.
fighting in the kitchen.
Yep.
You hear them screaming at each other. Stuff is breaking.
You grab your pants and your underwears, maybe one shoe, when you go out that window.
That's so scary. That's just so scary.
One listener said, Grandma and Grandpa used to make love to the rhythm of the church bells, and they'd be alive today if that ice cream truck didn't drive by. If that ice cream truck... So there you go. Hey, our text number is 651-989-9393. That's our Luther Kia of Bloomington text line telephone number. Text us if you're skipping out on work today for no good reason. We won't punk you out. We won't expose you. We won't use any names. We just want to know. Text us if you're skipping out on work today for no good reason. And if you're skipping out, did you spin an interesting story in order to get out of work? Did you have to fake a sickness or give them some type of lame excuse? 651-989-9393. Some people get really creative when giving excuses to get out of work. We've heard a ton of them over the years. Some really funny stuff. None of it really comes smooth to mind right now. Maybe Josh can come up with something, but we've heard all kinds of hilarious, ridiculous excuses for missing out on work.
There's plenty, but a couple of them were real. It was so bizarre, but we had a coworker once who called in, couldn't come into work because his house fell on him after a terrible tornado, and that was definitely true. He was renovating a house they were getting ready to sell. He and a buddy, and a tornado came through. Luckily, his family wasn't there, but he woke up with his front door on top of him.
I believe the sumbitch lived in Hugo.
I think you're right.
The famous Hugo tornadoes from, 10, 15 years ago. It's been a while.
At least.
That's a pretty damn good excuse.
Yeah, that's a good one. There was another person, and this was, I could see making this mistake for a second. There's another person that's like, hey, I can't come in. The power went out, my garage door won't open. And I mentioned, well, if you want, there's like a little string you could pull and just use your muscles and pull that thing up. And I don't think they ever considered it.
Honestly, if that was me, I'm terrified of the garage door, because you always
it'll
hear
kill you.
Yeah, so I'd be like, man, I don't want to mess with anything. Can you come over and do it, please?
Well, specifically, Ashley, that fear comes from people who have experience replacing garage doors. Opening it and closing it likely isn't going to kill you.
Yeah, it's just
replacing one, I understand, is death-defying.
Oh, yeah, I've heard bats like with those springs.
Yeah, I just stay away from that whole box that's up there in the air.
This person said, I don't want to out him just in case. I'm still in the office, but I've mentally checked out for the rest of the day.
At 8:35, I love that.
Here's a guy who's skipping work today for the high school hockey tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't have to use a lame excuse, but he is skipping out. Appreciate that. We won't tell anybody your name.
I used to skip school for March Madness.
Did you make up an excuse or just...
No, my parents just wrote me a note and let me do it.
They were cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here are some... People online have been sharing the funniest excuses they've heard someone use to leave work early or to miss work altogether. I know I have a couple of stories, not about this building. I can't remember any of the great stories from this building, but a friend of mine runs a warehouse, or used to, and he got some keepers. I can share those if we need to later. Here's what the folks online are saying. One dude needed to leave work immediately because their dog locked their son out of the house.
That's fun.
All right, if it's 35, 40 below zero, I suppose, other than that.
And the age of the son.
Right, how old is this kid? If he was walking around by himself, right? I imagine,
watching himself. He's probably old enough to just go find something to do outside for a while.
They couldn't come to work. Oh, wow, because their reflection looked judgy that morning in the mirror. Their reflection looked judgy.
You might not want that person to come into work. They might need some help.
They felt that their mirror was judging them. They needed a mental health day to repair their relationship with the mirror. Now, that's either crazy talk or someone who's the best comic in the world.
Crazy.
I don't know which it is.
That's good.
That's either someone who's totally out of their minds or a brilliant comedian. Someone needed to leave work early because their cat was having an existential crisis and wouldn't stop meowing.
Cat was going through it.
Sometimes they get like that. It's ridiculous.
Their child got a pea stuck up his nose.
Oh, yeah, they'll do that.
Their parrot got out of its cage and was chasing their wife around the house.
Oh, yeah. I suppose,
That's
Ashley,
fun.
you've had to leave kind of early when your sheep would run around.
My goats,
Oh,
yeah,
goats.
my goats would escape, and yeah, my ex-husband would be at work, and I mean he had to be there until like 5 p.m. So it's like, all right, well, I said if I just leave a little bit early, I don't have to actually go back all the way back to Minneapolis. If he went and saved the goats, he'd have to drive all the way back to the city. So yeah, gosh, that was ridiculous.
That happened
Stupid goats.
Like once a week for a while, it seemed like.
It got to the point where I was like, yeah, they'll be fine. I get done at work in, an hour or two. Let me know where they are when that happens.
Chugged Up Plumber Jesus had a crew member call in once saying he didn't have a belt to hold up his pants, so he couldn't come into work.
I love that. Yeah, see, that reminds me again of this pal of mine who used to run a warehouse. He was the boss. And he saved all of the voice messages that were left to him from workers with lame excuses for why they can't show up. He's got a cassette tape somewhere with all of them saved, and that's where the legendary elbow story comes from, where he, my buddy would come into work, notice there was 3-4 guys missing from the warehouse, and he'd hit play on the answering machine to see, okay, what's going on? We're missing a couple guys here. And that's where the guy said, yeah, I ain't going to make it in today. Having problems with my elbow. But my favorite, I think, was a dude who said on the answering machine, yeah, Donnie, it's me, Frank. I'll be there today, but it's going to be a while. Probably a couple hours. My pants are in the dryer.
His one pair of pants he owns.
That was the 2 questions my boss had. You don't have any other pants that you can put on for work? And my second question would be, what kind of dryer do you have that takes 2 hours to clean one, not
That's
clean,
true.
but
Mine's
dry?
like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you're taking a blow dryer to it and just kind of running it up and down.
He's line drying it, Dana.
All right, again, people online sharing the funniest excuses that they've heard someone use to leave work early or to miss work altogether. And this next one, reminds me of those stories from my pal in his warehouse. Here's someone who needed to leave work early because their car was low on gas.
It's still going to be low on gas if you work the whole day.
Yeah, trying to figure that one out.
Oh, wow. You can even skip work when you're working from home with a decent excuse. Here's an individual who worked from home but had to leave an online Zoom meeting because a squirrel fell down the chimney and was running loose in the house.
I'd want them to show the footage of that on the Zoom meeting. I would like to watch that chaos unfold.
Let me see.
Is that possible? Yeah,
Turn the camera on.
Put a camera on that squirrel. Yeah, give us all something fun to do.
Right, I want to see that show.
Dog died.
It's too bad.
Couldn't come to work because, I'm sorry, no, because their friend's dog died. Oh, okay, this is really good. Can't come to work. Why? My friend's dog died. The boss says, okay, so you're going to your friend's house to help comfort her? No, I need some time myself to process the loss of this friend's dog.
Of her dog.
It's ridiculous. I love animals, and I don't need to do that. My family, a dog that we had for 16 years, died last week, and I showed up.
I need a little time to process the loss of my friend's dog.
Now I can't remember if this was my friend or your friend. We've worked together too long. One of us had a friend who called in to say they couldn't come to work because their grandma died, which was true, but the grandma had died a few years earlier. They had used that, so it must have been my buddy.
I don't recall that.
And so, yeah, he called in, I can't come in, my grandma died. Because he only wanted a half lie that he couldn't come in.
Now, by damn, here's a guy called in to work. I ain't gonna make her, he says. When the boss asked why, he said he got lost in the woods. And he didn't get back until 4 a.m. Monday morning. He was totally exhausted.
I was lost. What am I going to do?
I mean, this could be just a ridiculous lie, but let's pretend for a minute that it's true. I'd like to know more about this. You were camping? What were you doing that got you lost in the woods and it took you till 4 a.m. Monday to find your way home?
Now, this text doesn't say if it was them or somebody else, but the excuse for missing work is they were waiting for a package to arrive.
Now, this is so perfect because it's got a radio twist to it. I'm going to go ahead and just believe that it's true. So a worker says to everyone else in the office one day, I got to go home. My wife needs me home immediately. And what would that cause you to do, Josh? Probably worry a little bit about that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Got to go. Wife needs me home right now. And he gone, worrying everybody in the building. He comes back to work. And everyone said, what the hell are you doing here? I thought you had to. He said his wife was on a radio show and won $500 because she was able to convince her husband to leave work immediately.
Oh, that's so fun.
Without telling them it was a radio contest.
Oh, that is funny.
That brings me back to some of the stupid things we used to.
Yeah, that would never happen now, right? Let's say he gets in a car accident or something.
Oh,
so litigious.
yeah.
That would never, ever happen now. HVAC God Jesus said that there was a tech once that needed to go home because they got lava lamps delivered and they were afraid they'd freeze sitting out.
Why?
This is 1982?
Yeah, why's he get lava lamps?
I still think they're cool.
They are so cool.
But my goodness, do those get hot. They're rightfully called lava lamps.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised they don't cause a fire.
Yes, I acknowledge I have been hired to perform a certain duty here.
Yeah.
I have a job to do, but
lava lamps.
lava lamps. I got
they could freeze out there.
They could.
Lava lamps come first.
One of our listeners says he got a phone call. He must be a boss. I got a phone call from one of my workers the other day that said, I can't come in. My phone battery's dead. Well, how in the hell are you?
Wait.
This person says, I called in for an uncle passing away that I had never met. Well, you weren't lying.
No.
Telling the truth.
F me.
The best lies are the ones that have a little bit of truth to them.
Like if your grandma died 3 years earlier?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
She did die, and it's not a lie.
Some people are texting in with folks that would send a little too much information.
Oh.
Let me clarify. Too much evidence, like pictures of cat vomit or diarrhea or roadkill or things like that is evidence that, hey, I'm not lying.
Oh, yeah,
Look,
you don't need
there's
to-
my diarrhea.
Yeah, I believed you, man.
That's not necessary.
I have definitely felt guilty, so guilty before that I've thought of just like sending in a picture of my puke. But I'm like, I probably shouldn't do that. Nobody wants to see that.
I mean, 8 times out of 10, you're missing a day of work. Okay, not the end of the world for anybody.
The one time I did call in sick to work and was completely faking it was when I worked at Blockbuster. And I wish I had audio recording because the way my boss handled it was so funny. I said, I can't make it in today. I got a bad cold. And he goes, got a cold on 4th of July. That's unfortunate.
Figured that one out?
Yep.
This person said, we had a guy call in and said he needed to leave work early because he had a job interview.
Well, what the hell's going on here?
He couldn't have made it for a little bit later.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
I love these text messages coming in. It really has been a lot of fun. We've been talking about the ridiculous excuses we've heard. Maybe some of you have even given a ridiculous excuse once or twice to miss out on work. Leave early or miss out on work altogether. The hilarious excuses that people have heard over the years. Framing Jesus texted in, and he said his old boss would always say to the crew, the only good way you boys are ever going to call in sick is if you have 2 girls in bed with you at the same time. It's the only excuse I'll take is if you... And Framing Jesus says he sent his boss a picture once and proved it. No, you didn't.
Maybe there were friends that helped him out.
Yeah, what do you mean? Do you and your wife bed share or something? Is your kid in bed with you guys? Is that what it is?
Framing guys don't have 3-ways. Don't lie to me.
Oh, I bet they do. Bet they do.
I can see that.
Somebody said they had a coworker call in and said they couldn't come into work because they hadn't been to sleep yet. Now, you got to keep in mind, they called in 11 hours before their shift started.
Wow.
Plenty time to sneak that in.
They need at least 12 hours before they go to work, Josh.
Now, I got a text message from a pal. He runs a crew. Got a text message, personal text message is what I mean by that, from a pal of mine, Mike. This is a pretty good excuse for missing work. One of his worker dudes called him and said he's not going to be able to make it because he got tuned up good over the weekend in a bar fight.
Oh, no.
But there's some interesting circumstances. This dude who called in sick, he's a one-legged fella, and he actually got beat by his own fake leg.
Oh, that's cold.
That's really messed up.
You can't come back from that. You got to find a new bar to drink at.
That person's a double douchebag.
The fake leg comes off. The guy that he's fighting grabs it and beats on him until his collarbone broke.
Oh, no.
So he's not going to make it to work. He's got a broken collarbone, and my fake leg is bent, twisted.
Oh, poor guy. This person said she had a tick burrowed into her nipple a few months ago.
Oh, God!
She called her husband, panicked, and then made him come home from work to take her to urgent care to get it taken care of.
I think that's a good excuse. If you got a tick.
Oh, my God,
If you got a tick on your nipple,
No, girl.
you get the day off.
It's eating all of the inner workings of your nipple.
This is not right. I don't like. Let's move on.
This person's son called in a couple months ago because he hit a raccoon and he was so distraught he couldn't make it into work.
Honestly, it gets to you sometimes, especially if it's your first one.
One of my ex-girlfriends called me inconsolable. Oh, and by the way, she was watching my dog over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, so you thought the dog was like dead or something, right?
And I didn't really trust her to take care of I had a feeling. I didn't like the idea that she was watching my dog all weekend. In the middle of my weekend away, the phone rings, and all I hear is this ex-girlfriend of mine scream crying on the telephone. She can't even make any sense. It's like that telephone call that Will Ferrell made in Anchorman.
Last case of emotion.
I couldn't make heads or toes of what she was scream crying at me over the telephone. And then I understood one word, duck. So I did. But I asked her, what are you talking about? She was absolutely inconsolable because she ran over a duck while driving her motor vehicle.
That would really bum me out.
Thanks a lot for that. Thanks for making me think that you had, killed my dog in a. All right, more texts that have come in on hilarious excuses to miss work. Oh, I love this. One of our listeners says, I had one of my workers call in and tell me he's not coming in today because of who won the presidential election.
Oh, yeah.
Will you people please stop?
Get over yourself.
That one seems to be more and more common in the last several years.
Please get a grip.
How about this one? This is very dramatic. I won't read the name just in case they don't want this out there. But used to be a foreman at a lumber yard. One time a guy called in because he was the first person on the scene to a car accident. It was terrible. I guess a little girl was there. She got ejected and died in his arms.
Oh, my God. That's just absolutely horrible.
A couple days.
If it were true, that would be a horrible story.
Oh!
But it turns out they called the authorities, right? His boss called the authorities just to see.
They must not have trusted him, right?
Yeah, they were like, hey, is this true? Was there an accident? Because apparently he's kind of called in with some BS stories before.
Right.
Was there an accident? And they said, absolutely not. He's making this is completely made up. So he was able to keep his job, but he made several other excuses after that, and they fired him shortly.
So he admitted that he made that up?
Yeah, once they contacted the cops to say, wow, what a terrible story, is this true?
And that wasn't it? Like, that wasn't the end of his employment?
They're very forgiving for a little bit there.
That's insane.
Why did he feel the need to be so dramatic? Probably because he had made up so many other stories in the past. Here's a guy who had to race home from work because his teenage daughter had swallowed her nose ring.
What?
Chaos coordinator Jesus remembers one time she had to leave work early for a package that got dropped off at home. She didn't want her dog to eat the package. And then she said, fun fact, I was already too late.
Oh.
She left work, and the dog still ate it.
Another guy called in because he pulled a stomach muscle while taking a
Ouch.
Oh, wow. He's
really pushing.
The boss believed him. A guy called in sick because his turtle was depressed. But there was a solution to that turtle depression.
Hanging out with him?
Well, he's sort of more specific. He was allowed to miss work because his turtle was depressed. He said, "Yeah, sorry, I just gotta bring him down to the river and let him swim a little bit."
Oh, that's actually kind of cute.
That is so sweet.
So he gets in the river in his boxers with his little turtle, and he lets the turtle swim around. And then the turtle's fine. He can go back home, and the turtle's spirits have been picked.
I wouldn't know how to tell if a turtle was depressed. I guess.
You ever
they just kind of sit there.
Your turtle's probably depressed, Josh.
You ever been part of helping someone find their car?
Yes.
After a long night of drinking? You have.
Yeah, it sucks.
Absolutely.
I hate it.
One dude missed work because he couldn't find his car. That was a really exciting afternoon at the Wayzata Legion one day when a dude, God rest his soul, died a few years ago. He was an English-Scottish guy. I can't remember what his specific origin was. But we're all sitting at the bar, just minding our business, a little jaw-jacking back and forth, and suddenly the dude says, Does anyone remember where I put my car? And so we sat there and played a little CSI with him until we came to the conclusion where we most likely thought he left his car. And we were right. I thought that was just a fun and entertaining afternoon. Speaking of cars, one guy hasn't skipped out on work here. He's at work today. He doesn't have a lame excuse story, but he just wants to admit that he's done absolutely nothing work-related at all this week. In his little cubicle, he's done nothing work-related. He's been planning a trip to Panama.
Oh, I'm sure it takes a lot of work.
That's all he's done
That's
in his
awesome.
cubicle this week is planning his... There ain't nothing like that shiny machine, Josh. You got to get a feel for the wheel and keep the moving parts clean. Panama, Van Halen, 1984.
Good tune. Great tune, actually. Happy 46th birthday to Bearded Teacher Jesus from Geography Teacher Jesus. Happy 17th to Lily from Utah Operator Jesus. And to Carter, happy birthday to you. He's turning the big 08.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Well, hello to all the wonderful podcasters out there, wherever in the world you're listening right now. We truly appreciate it. Dana here. Yeah, I'm a sports junkie, I'm a wing lover, and of course a Smart Club member because I trust my home comfort to standard heating and air conditioning, and I really think you should too. Right now it's HVAC Mania, and these deals will help offset the cost when your brackets get busted. You can score a $45 coupon on a furnace tune-up, normally $148. And no, it's never too late to show your furnace some love. And if your system's about to crash out like a 5-seat against a 12, now's the time to replace it on your schedule with 0% financing from Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Go to standardheating.com and mention 93X. Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, providing the comfort you deserve since 1930.